to talking about gaming.
Welcome,
Gaming and addiction. Don't gamble, kids.
Don't get.
Remember, kids, the gotcha gods will
unless-
screw you, and they'll give you nothing but salt.
Unless you're a follower of our good Lord Gambit, this stream is followed by.
Then you roll
Lord
your gotcha
Gambit,
rolls with
the god of
advantage.
luck.
And if you think I'm joking, I'm not.
Yeah,
But
welcome
anyhow.
to having certain things.
Anyhow, welcome once more to what lies below. Last we left our party, they learned things. Scary things. The scariest types of things, in fact. The things that
Things
nobody
we
should
don't want to
have known.
know.
Yeah, things that they have now forgotten and purged entirely from their memories and their notes, or so help them God, if I ever find out. Horrible things will begin to happen to them. But anyhow...
Double checking my notes.
You're welcome.
But anyhow...
I don't
Never
like that
get
I have
choose your
to.
notes.
Welcome
Okay, just
back.
pick on Discord. I've removed all mention. Good. Oof.
Last we left our heroes, terror struck in the night, as they saw things they were not supposed to see. Shogi's education
Started.
seemed to unlock his latent memories as a demiurgus. Mors realized that his little marking had begun to grow up his arm, forming into something akin to a draconic shape. As our brave heroes tried their best to unfuck what had happened in their minds, they summoned forth powerful entities to help them cleanse this impurity of themselves. First, Hitako summoned forth Inario Kami itself to inhabit her for but a brief moment, stripping a few letters from her allies. Afterwards, San cut a deal to be subservient to the primeval of annihilation. Arguably the most powerful of them, and most mysterious as well. His subservience removed all of the other letters, but before the primeval left, it paused, glancing at Hato for a mere moment, and then vanished. As time re-began, our heroes departed from Mors' room. And now we rejoin them here as Mors throws San out of his room.
By the way,
Literally.
Jersey, could you restart the server? I'm
I
not allowed to
cannot-
connect.
I cannot. make
Why are you not allowed to connect?
It literally just says server is disconnected.
It is not DC'd. You Right.
Check the addresses and stuff.
I have. Address, port,
Just keep trying, man.
password, everything.
It's on your side, Hun. All of us were able to do it.
This side will explode.
No, I know. For some reason, I cannot connect on zeros and shit. It's weird.
Keep trying. I'm sure you'll find a
Keep
way
trying.
eventually.
Can't find the truth.
Share your screen real quick.
If there's a will, there's a way.
So, Son plopping on the floor is what I guessing is just getting plopped after throwing out the room.
Yeah, last night I checked.
You shared window. I can't see the pop up for the window.
This isn't. Okay, 1 second.
RT fix in different. This is a game show. This is a game. Quickly, I'm just going to roll me a little quick we're just going to roll a wisdom save and see if I can get my
Yeah,
brain
poor
together.
Son.
14 is good enough to
Just-
unshock
okay.
himself.
That should be right.
And
See,
shakes
server is
his head.
disconnected.
The fuck?
He shakes his head, kind of
I'll just restart my laptop and see. See ya. I'll be right back.
die. That's what you do.
So
die.
weird.
They do.
Oh,
That was the right numbers. As far as I can tell, it's the right password because you haven't changed
the
it. forever.
number. Technical difficulties.
So then,
Yeah, we're having minor technical difficulties. Smile.
while we wait on that, San, as you are forced out from Mors' room by Mors, still
Yes.
feeling a little shaken, but less so than prior, starting to come back to reality a little bit.
A reality is back. He begins to walk slowly and kind of methodically, not back to his room, because I just love extending nights, but out. But I would like to attempt or to max out the I forget the name of it. Forget the concealment or the coverage. I forget the exact word you use. I'd like to max that out. Oh shit! I got pulled. Concealment or whatever. My murder capability to hide myself from people. How would I do that? Or do I
Roll
need to
stealth
roll
check with advantage. Who died?
That's Jonathan.
Nice job.
Ability check? Nope. Stealth skill check. Stealthy boy. With advantage. Too
Oh my
distraught.
god.
That was absolutely awful. It's
Try
leaking.
to hide your presence away, San, but you're just a little out of it at the moment.
As I am out of it, he walks towards the door, opens the door, and because I'm a dick, I would leave it unlocked. Because that's what life is. I will walk out into the streets, and then kinda looks around. What do I see? Here.
You don't really see much. It's a pretty quiet, empty night. But you feel off. Like something's nagging at the back of your head.
But yeah, there's a lot of nagging feelings. So I would like to ask if I could go to a place on the overview. And could I use, because I have an ability called Prime Speed, just to fucking boost myself there real fast.
Prime speed is your additional turns.
I know it's additional turn, but I say let me run, let me be fast.
Would you like to burn your once a long rest use of it? If you don't kill something, it doesn't reset.
It resets on my long rest, which I will probably still be getting in. So yes, I do not mind using my
Going out on
prime.
Who knows what shenanigans are about to hit?
Who knows? But I would like to go to a place on the overview.
Where
I have
would
a
you like to
specific
go?
spot. If we're on the overview map, I can't see Son or whatever, but want to go to the outskirts, right here. And in fact, I got it. So, good map. This is where Sod wants to go here. And when, I don't know what's in that area or wherever the case is, but basically when it's very obvious that there are no living creatures within, like, I don't know, 300 feet of me, that's where I'm going to stop.
You head out onto the farmlands. Takes you a good couple of hours to do this, by the way.
Because I'm not running fast.
As you reach out into the center of it, just kind of in a clearing of sorts, what would you like to do?
I would like to pray. I would like to send a prayer to Grunt, specifically.
Roll a religion check, disadvantage.
I will now roll a religion check with disadvantage. But I do a 4. But I do have well, and let me hear what happens. Nothing happens.
A moment.
Oh.
Alright.
I do
Roll me a
have this
D2.
prayer.
High or low?
You
High
know
or
I'm
low?
going. You know God said left, my guy.
Low it is. Okie dokie. San, you sit there in prayer for good 20-ish, 30-ish minutes, just sitting there waiting. Hoping.
Pleading. I do have an actual prayer.
If you have one, go for it.
So he sits there, kinda sits in like on his knees, like the regular Japanese way of sitting, and he puts his hands together and he's like, this thinks in his mind. He says, "Please, Grunt. You seemingly are the only bit of sanity that I have left in my mind anymore, as I wanted to distance myself from you since I did the unspeakable act, but that was not on purpose. And I don't know if you know that that's not what I really wanted. And currently, my will to keep doing good is slowly fading as the people around me seemingly using me as their scapegoat. I just saved I don't know how many things just now. I did everything. I made sure I took a worse punishment than even becoming this in the first place, just to get blamed like I am the reason it happened. I don't know what to do, and I just hope that you understand that I did not change all too much. I just need a guiding hand, and the situation is so much more complicated now. I was going to get rid of it at some point, but to get rid of this power would mean getting rid of the thing that I sacrificed Gecko for. I can't reasonably do this, but now it's getting worse. I'm starting to lose the capabilities to care. It's getting replaced by murder and the anger. So please, help me go back onto the path. And that's it.
Oakley dokley. As you sit there in prayer, behind you, you hear the ringing of a bell. Ring, ring, ring. What do you do?
I turn to the bell? Have I heard this before?
You've heard it once in your life before. It's the bell to one of the many, many doors of Nikyat. Distinct, and it cuts through the air, the wind, the howling of the seas, everything. Like a hot butter knife through the warmest butter left out in the sun for a day.
Son, as he hears the bell, begins to cry, and he turns around, looking for the door.
It's right behind you. A mere
He
5
reaches
feet
his
away.
hand. He reaches his hand forth.
As you reach your hand forth, that same familiar, fancy little curved handle greets you.
He turns it with hesitation.
As you turn it, the door begins to open before you, opening inward towards Nikyat as it always has. Do you continue forth?
I want to roll a perception check to make sure I'm not hallucinating.
Go for it.
Or what check would that be? A perception, right?
Investigation.
I guess it's
Real after
either
you.
I go through.
Okie dokie.
We'll keep.
Oakley dokley. Gotta make this visible to everyone. Player visible. Now it should be visible, right? Good, good, good. Cool. Current map.
Great.
Current view. Welcome to Nikyat. As you enter into the restaurant, San, just let me grab all of these, make these all visible.
What the fuck is he doing here?
Welcome to Nikyat!
God damn it!
Yeah, you might want to check next to his name, Sonny. There's some things here that, Yeah, you're gonna
There's a
figure
lot
some
of-
fuckery out right now.
I'm checking everybody's name, my guy.
So, the first thing you see, as anybody does when you enter Nikat, is this sign right here. It's a very nice sign, very finely made, and it reads as follows. Within the tavern, all guests are to follow the following rules. Number 1. As unto the host is unto the guest. Treat the host well, and the same will be conferred upon you. Number 2. As a guest, never draw your weapons or cast a hostile spell in my establishment. I care not whom or the reason. 3. Do not bear malice or ill will in my domain. We are here to enjoy good food and company. Disobey, and you will be forced to leave. With heavy bolding and underlining under leave. I care not whom or the reason. Number 4. Pay your bill. I care not in what currency, be it coin, labor, fish, or favors. Simply pay. And number 5. Enjoy your meal, with a smiley face at the end.
First, is there like a shoe rack and a weapon rack here, or anything?
Nope. You are expected to take care of your own things, and the floors seem ever clean no matter what happens to them. Spillage, grime, dirt, body parts, all gets cleaned off instantly. Welcome to a god's domain.
He walks hesitantly forward and is trying to basically make himself as because really all like the emotions that get pushed out of him is just more his natural being is malice or whatever. So he's trying to not do that. Basically restricting. So you just walk slowly. Do I recognize anybody here from my last trip, or
You don't really recognize anybody from your last trip, but you do see somebody who looks familiar. Namely Ostov.
Yeah. He notices and he remembers from Khalees's memories. The guys question what he's doing here, so he will just go right to the side here.
The moment you cross in front of him, Ostov turns towards you. The fuck do you want? Why are you staring at me?
Nothing. I just remembered you from Khalees.
Who the fuck is Khalees?
Question mark? Question mark? Is he in a wheelchair or is he walking?
He is in his wheelchair. Just as you would remember it. Looks like Ostov, sounds like Ostov, acts like Ostov. Doesn't remember Khalees.
Do you know Hideko?
Who the fuck is Hitako?
Well, then I'll just say, hello, my name is San, and apparently there's more than one of you.
Nice to meet you. Shouldn't be fucking surprising. Probably cross the tether.
So you have different versions?
I
Or
don't
something?
fucking know. I'm not one of the gods. I've never crossed the tether of origin.
But I know one of you, I guess, and you don't know me.
Thank you for confirming my theory. Welcome to the tether of origin and its fucking shenanigans. Look, I don't know who the
Okay.
fuck you are. I've never met you, never met whoever the fuck you're talking about. You're probably talking about a different me.
Yes.
Now then, can I get on with my meal without being eyed up by you constantly?
It was just a curiosity passing thing. But I won't need to look at you anymore.
Curiosities killed cats, foxes, birds, and even dragons. You should know better. And he will then settle back to eating his food.
Okay, he will sit, if there's a chair there, or whatever case or side, and wait patiently to be waited on.
Slowly but surely, Garunt comes over to see you. Uno momento, because I have to prepare myself for this voice.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Well, well, well. Haven't seen you in a while, son. How's it going?
Son, kinda takes a deep breath and says, "Very not good. Very bad."
Yeah, you're looking pretty shit right now. Have you considered, kind of points to you just in general, losing all of that evil?
Looks. I have. But won't I just become useless again?
Better useless than used.
He sits there and thinking. Okay. But I don't know. Because, today was just an awful day. And he's just trying to, like, keep...
days come and go. Good food, drink, and friends can often fix it. And now that the godly shit is out of the way... Oh boy, how you doing, son? It's been a while. He leans over the counter. So what do you want? You need a couple drinks, some good food? What are we dealing in?
He's like...
You've heard him do this before. He uses the deep voice when he actually wants to be, like, godly. And then drops it immediately once whatever the fuck he had to do is done.
He's like, something that can just warm me up, I guess. I will pay a lot.
Oh, warm, I gotcha. I got some good old brandy just fresh in off of, Actually, no, I can't say that to you, but, it's some good stuff. He pulls something out from under the counter. It is the darkest... It's almost like a red-brown looking liquid. Just pops a glass into existence into his hand, pops it down on the countertop, and pours you a whole glass's worth of it. And ice just seems to form at its bottom.
Clear ice.
Clear ice in the shape of a perfect sphere.
Nice. This is great. This is the cocktail episode. He will take that and down it, I guess.
You down it, and you feel it flow down your throat, warming you from the inside. Your entire chest just warms up, and as you feel it hit your stomach, you just feel real nice, warm, and give me a con save.
Yeah, because con saves are my favorite.
You're not
21.
drunk, but you're feeling pretty good.
He's, so San, after taking a drink, he kind of shifts his shoulders a little bit. He says, what can I do? Like, what should... It's seemingly every choice I make, good, bad, it doesn't matter. It always ends up causing so much damage.
Don't worry too much about it. After all, you're still you fundamentally, right?
Yes.
Roll a perception check really quick, son.
Because I saw this fucking guy.
Roll a perception check.
I already saw this guy.
Watch out, Son, he's pulling out a gun!
This. He pulled out a big ass rifle. Nope, too focused on this conversation.
So, if you're still basically the same person, just follow your heart. That's all you really gotta do. Though you might want to clean off that, points to the whole... That stuff's pretty bad for you. Not good for your health or your, lifespan.
Or really my sanity.
Sanity can be fixed usually.
One more also thing. Do you think that I would be able to let... I should tell you my experience of what happened within the past 4 hours.
Ah, 4 hours. That's a pretty long amount of time for you mortals. What do you got?
Something that I guess that he wouldn't care. The Demon Kings were fighting at a gate thing, almost manifested into the world, and I was imprinted with something. Meh.
San, roll D100.
Oh great! As explaining the story, 57. Fucking
safe.
imagine.
For now.
Okay, for now, cool. He says, I don't remember too much, but I just know that it would have destroyed everything, and Moors was there, defenseless, and I had to rip off Khalees's mask to save him, and then it put me into a pain worse than that scares me every time you know a pain worse than what happened originally. But then I just ended up becoming Annihilation's servant by trying to help them, and then they threw it back in my face.
Yeah, shit. That sounds like it's a hard fucking day, man. You want more brandy? He offers the rest of the bottle to you.
The soul.
It's good
the
enough
soul.
for that guy over there. Points his thumb over his shoulder as you glance down the bar. You see what appears to be a large fox with many tails, a guy with a hood on his head, and a sword at his side that is screaming, "Do not go anywhere near it." Two people who seem to be having a nice little chat. A dude in a suit with a very long blade at his side, and then at the very end of the bar, you see the primeval of Pride and Greed, who has an exorbitant plate in front of him with only the finest golden goblets and plateware and silverware. Or in his case, rather, platinumware.
Fucking San sees that, looks, he's like, shakes his shoulders. He's like, what the? Well, I felt like, I unsure I want to. I feel fine. I feel a lot better now that I'm here able to talk with you again.
Yeah, it's been a while. You've missed all the doors by like a couple hours each.
Oh. He then proceeds to small weep and then fixes his face again. Well, that's... He kind of fumbles his words here. He's like, sorry about Keiko. I didn't want that to happen, but now that I'm like this, do you think that if I let go, that Annihilation would let me go?
Oh god, no. Annihilation does not let go of the pieces he has in his hand. You kind of buried yourself a little bit there. But on the plus side, and he leans a little closer over, there's not just necessarily one version of you. Or rather, in this case, your sister.
Okay, Saw would be like, can you do the brain thing that the other ones can? I don't understand.
I could, but I kinda don't want to, because you've been describing some scary shit.
I don't... What does that mean? I understand that he looks and there's like, my bad. That guy is another, but what does that mean? There's more. What?
I am not at liberty to speak on it at the moment. If you ask around, you might be able to piece things together.
And he's rolling an intelligence check. Well, this guy.
Big hints. Big hints.
Sounds like, ask around. Okay, I understand. Fucking walks 2 inches away. Hides! Ostov, I guess? You know Keiko?
Who the fuck is Keiko? And why the fuck are you interrupting my meal again? I get one good fucking meal a month, and this is it. This is my favourite fucking meal, and you're ruining it with your fluffiness. At least the other one here knows to keep their fucking distance from my plate. Pointing.
Okay, then I just turn it into spikes then, I guess. I turn my tail into spikiness.
Oh, great, a
Is that
primeval.
better?
Grunt, is he trying to threaten me?
No. I'm looking at him so confused. Apparently there's more versions, so that means there's another one of my sisters somewhere, so I was just asking
Oh,
you
my
because
fucking
I know
God.
Ostov.
Grunt. How is this one in here? Don't you have to be of at least, like, sentience to get into this place? He just looks at you, like, trying to encourage you.
He remember. Well, if there's more, I know Ostov from here, I guess.
Where the fuck
He's
is
also in the
he?
wheelchair. I live in Obcassio.
Oh, great. I live in Umglorialus too. Which one? Because I've never heard or seen you before.
His brain is starting to melt. I guess, Matt, who is the, guildmaster in your time, I guess, in your place?
Ostov is just blinking at you like you're a fucking idiot.
You don't know the people he just look at, you don't know about the people I'm talking about. And I know you.
No,
Ish.
you do not know
From a
me.
third?
I've literally never met you in my entire fucking life. I don't know who the fuck you are. Why
I
the
know,
fuck you are.
Ostov. I know the bird person is annoying, or you don't like the bird.
What the fuck are you talking
What?
about? That's my fucking companion. Fuck off. And for reference, since you are an Obcassian, you should fucking know that Stoneseeker's the fucking guildmaster.
That's not our guild. What is the
That is your
guildmaster's
guild.
name
That
again?
is your guildmaster's last name.
Oh, that is Stoneseeker, but he just said Stoneseeker.
Yes, Alistar
Oh.
Stoneseeker.
Okay, I guess those people are the same. Huh. But you don't... Do you know, I guess, a Shogi?
Who the fuck is Sho Gi?
I don't know, homie. Gertrude, then.
Which one? There's like 19 of them.
The one that is a direwolf.
Yes, I know Miss Direwolf Badass Supreme. She is currently in charge of our wait, why the fuck do you know who us Direwolves are? Squint!
Because I know you secondhand, technically.
No, you don't. Because you haven't named a single person outside of people whose names everyone would know. Except for Gertrude's. And I know you don't know Gertrude, because she gives very detailed reports.
Would I know who Vark is? Or the dragon?
No,
Would
you
I
would not know who Vark is.
Other than Ostov, I don't know the name. What other names would I know from the Direwolves?
You really wouldn't know any of them.
Not too many.
You might know Leon's first name, but that's like a shot in the dark. You don't know his last name, I believe.
Yeah, so then... Okay, then he'll go, okay, do you know what the Ruby Vipers are, then?
Yeah, you got wiped the fuck out about 100 years ago. You got anything better than that?
Aegis Ashenrose.
Dead.
Looks.
Accounted for.
Okay, so then we're 100% different because, he's technically dead again, but he was alive for a portion.
So dead. Doesn't matter to me. You got anything better?
Thanks. Man,
Are you
this
gonna
is
stop
hard.
interrupting my delicious food that I get once a fucking month?
I just need to know more apparently
You apparently
places
don't
are
know
different.
much since you can't ask a solid fucking question.
I'm not that smart.
That sounds like a you problem.
Okay,
He
then he's
turns
going
away
to...
from you back to his food and is now going to ignore you.
He sits there. He looks at fucking... he looks at Grunt fucking sad.
Just keep asking around. You'll eventually find someone who's willing to tell you, or at least clue you in a little more. And he'll go back to serving the rest of the patrons as well.
Let's start. Let's roll a 1d2. Left side will be what starts first, or right side 1, 2.
Hey, there's a third option. There's a third option.
There is a third option, but I guess roll d3 then. Section 1, 2, 3.
Please roll 3. Please roll 3. Fuck.
Rolls a 2. Walks to this table.
As you walk over to the table, you see some pretty badass looking people. Oi, what you want?
Technically, information. Would you happen to know someone named Keiko?
Who the fuck is Keiko?
Well, my sister, but apparently there are more places where there are the same but similar people, or same but different people, or something. Like, I know that guy points at Ostov, ish, like secondhand, but he says he doesn't know anybody that I mentioned except one person. I'm confused.
Blink. This guy flips around. You're new around here, I think, right?
I've been here once before.
Sure,
A long time
fooled
ago.
me.
Okay. Well, any help? Understanding?
There's more than one world, you fool.
Puts his hand up. What does that mean?
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually have to spell this out for someone. He gets up, and he is going... He towers over you, by the way. He's almost 8 feet tall.
The son looks up, fucking shrugs.
Let me make this very clear for you, because I come from arguably the worst place in existence. Staring down over you. Your world probably has a mirror. Which world are you from?
Do I even know Kvesti, or would I just say Obcassio? Oh, well, I should know Kvesti because Aegis would know, right?
Yes.
Kvesti, I think?
Great, your world has a mirror. Congratulations, that's the only thing you need to know. Welcome to the Tether of Origin, and it's bullshit. This place is exempt. Flips back around, takes his seat, sits back down, grabs his
mirror.
drink.
Time for another intelligence check for my brain.
It clicked.
Oh! Mirror! Like there's... Oh, pain. Immediately pain and suffering at the realization. So, he walks back. Is the drink glass still there?
Yep. Still there.
Okay. Takes a whole swig of that shit. Dunk, 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 dunk. I already know what I gotta do, so I'm just going to do it. 21 again! He just fucking thinks, he's like, okay. Pain? Suffering. Now he waits for Grunt again.
Grunt finishes his rounds around the bar. Need anything, pal?
Understand now. But this makes
good.
me hurt more.
Yeah, it kinda sucks, but you know.
Did you meet her?
Well, you see, there's a rule here. You can't be in the same place as somebody else who is also you. kind of like gestures towards Ostov. So the other one you know has been here, but just not while this one is.
Okay. So that, yeah, weird. The word I'm not that right, but so basically, what you're saying is that if I'm here, that means Keiko can't be. Meaning,
Assuming she was combined with you, yes, that would be the case.
but if this is the mirror world, then it should be opposite. So then, wouldn't that make Keiko? He bungs up every last brain cell. The opposite of me, which means that she would be a prime good?
I don't know, that's usually not how it works, but it's not impossible.
I have nothing. That's too confusing. I don't understand, but I get it.
This is
but
what happens when we start talking about the Tether of Origin, and that's why I don't talk about it.
Oh, it makes brain hurt.
If you want somebody who will talk more about you with it, Conrad's over in the other room jamming out. Point.
Okay, I haven't seen. I've seen him before, right? So
you have actually not seen Conrad Tonebinder before. He's here on occasion, but you haven't happened to been there at the right time to see him.
Oh, that's cool. I'll go talk to him, I guess. Douche.
As you head towards the stage, there is a song being played and sung that has something to do with butts, beer, and funny numbers.
He waves to not interrupt, like to try to get his attention without interrupting.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Hi. My name is Son, and
I know your name, I know you're Primeval, what you need? Try and do some research?
Mirror World. And what does that mean?
Oh, yeah, the Tether of Origin. So, basically, you're probably coming from a world that's got a mirror. He looks you over once. Kvesti. So you're on the Ultima side of that equation, the high vibrance. On the other side is Ultima and the low vibrance. That clear up your question?
Lost in the sauce. Huh? What does that mean?
Oh, so basically, when the world was created by the Demon Kings, they sundered it in twain so that certain things could not cross over certain places, and that so worlds could plentifully replenish themselves over time, and so certain things could be divided into certain places without any issue. Basically, it's a measure of how much magic there is on one side of the equation or the other.
That was a lot easier to understand than before. So there's a mirror world and mirror me?
No, you probably don't, because you have a fractal. Or had a fractal. A little bit of both, I think. Kind of glancing over you.
Makes him immediately sad. Yeah.
Fractals don't come from the same place that the rest of them do.
But then, why would he mention Keiko unless
Keiko doesn't have a fractal by the sound of it.
But then Keiko would be not with me. That if I'm not over there, that means she would be by herself.
Probably, I don't know. I mean, if you want, I could start researching it. Or I could show you how to research it.
I guess. How much will it cost?
Oh, no cost. I just want people to start researching more things, because, you know, research is good for the sake of goodness, and researching things generally winds up with better understanding.
Okay, so...
Knowledge is power in this world, after all.
Thanks back.
Jersey looks at the camera.
I will agree to disagree with that statement. Some knowledge is power, but I definitely know that some things need to never exist in the first place.
No. Knowledge is great. Good things are great. You know, you should just Really, what you should be doing is gathering all the arcane and archaic knowledge that you physically can and just stuffing it into that brain of yours.
Try, but I guess, can you teach me, or you do research about, I don't fucking know, whatever, yes.
Sure, right after I'm done rocking out, you know?
I guess Odd will stay here for that amount of time.
Conrad continues to sing about beer, butts, and funny numbers for
A
about
lot
an
of
hour.
funny numbers.
He doesn't look like he's gonna stop anytime soon, son. He looks like he's queuing up a whole nother set of songs.
He's going to moonwalk out of there around 5 minutes. Walks up to Garand. What is the things he's playing? I don't understand.
Oh, he plays his own original songs constantly. It's great.
I mean, yeah, they sound appeasing, but what is he playing?
He calls it
don't
rock, and
understand.
honestly, the real reason I still let him play here is because it's really funny.
San kind of chuckles a little bit, but it says, well, he says things that I don't understand. But I figure out more, and he said he would help me do research, but then he appears to look like he wants to jam out for the rest of all eternity.
I mean, he will do that. You're gonna have to interrupt him if you want him to help you with anything.
And then he will say, is it alright that I still... Well... This place has brought me a lot of mental clarity, I guess. But it's seemingly a lot of bad things everywhere is going to happen soon, and I'm going to be, well, there fighting other gods, or Ragnarok?
He covers your mouth as you're about halfway through that statement. Do not say that word here, please.
What track statement? Okay, I won't say it, but you know kind of what I mean.
He leans further over and beckons you toward him. There are mortals here. You do not tell mortals about that. If they find out, things are going to get real nasty real fast. The only thing holding that little problem back is the fact that more people do not know about it. What do you think happens when the faithful start fighting for their gods?
Then you see he's at the faith, and then you see the little, he thinks of Eunice immediately. That he, like, does a little slip up. He's like, targets! I mean, sorry about that. It's still weighing on my brain.
Blink. You should really get that, points to all over you off of yourself.
But I don't think Annihilation will let me. He'll just order me to keep it.
Just make him an offer that he really can't refuse.
Like what? I don't know.
I don't know. I've never interacted with Annihilation. As far as I know, the only one who's ever come in here is, over his shoulder, points to Goldie in the fucking corner.
But isn't that You know what? Let me get another shot!
Detrion, the primeval of greed and pride.
Constitution save again.
Drunk as a fucking skunk.
Okay. I think I can talk to him now.
You are very drunk.
Yeah. And I think I need that to even talk to him, because last time I saw him, I wanted to die. And I still do.
Very well, just you know the rules. He backs off the countertop.
I will not fight him. More like I will run and piss my pants. I mean... Slow.
As you walk by this guy, the sword at his side is screaming at you,
jumps back.
just asking to be drawn. As you walk past these two, you hear talk of them beating the shit out of a deity's avatar. And this guy is dead silent, just enjoying his drink.
Can't scare you. Walks up and says, because I know exactly. He says, don't give him a. He knows that the best way to not piss off somebody they pride. He gives them definitely a little bit some respect and basically tries to catch his attention, like a hello.
You see him talking into his hand for a moment, and you hear something about a business deal.
How do I think this is going to take? Or I'm like... He's
you have no fucking clue. He is chatting it up with that person real fucking fast. They're going back and forth like lightning in a language you don't even understand.
Gulps. Excuse me? Pride?
He glances at you and gives you a 1 second finger. And then he finishes talking, closes his hand. The fuck do you want? Time is money. Speak fast.
Do you know if anything I could trade Annihilation and get me out of his servitude?
I don't know. He doesn't like money. Not my fucking problem.
But you know him. I'm just asking as a junior.
Kneel. He points to the ground. Do you kneel willingly?
He says that's going to make betrayal a...
The fuck do I care about betrayal? He's a fucking coward and a fucking pansy.
Okay, but kneeling, I will be... You will help me, I guess?
Do I give a rat's ass? Make it worth my time. Do as I say, make me some fucking money, whatever the fuck it's going to be. But you, mongrel, are going to sit your ass down, kneeling, or I'm not even going to give you the time of day going forward.
Can he just do, like, so he will kneel, I guess. He will be like, well, I already did this once. Time to do it again, I guess.
Good little idiot. Good. Now, come over to Papa Ditrian for your dear, dear knowledge. He pulls out the seat next to him.
He sits there. He sits in the seat, he's like...
Now then, what do you need? Need a loan?
The ability to get out of this servitude with Annihilation.
Alright, how much do you estimate you will need for that?
I don't know, because I don't know what he wants. I'm trying to figure out what he wants.
Got it, so I can write you a blank check. That'll be 13% compounding interest every year. He's about to cut a fucking golden ticket out for you.
He head scratches. Can you just can you do the information thing so I understand what exactly this is?
I'm giving you a loan with 13% interest like a good little primeval deserves. As he's about to finish pulling the check out.
He's like, but what is it?
Whatever it is you need with this, and figure it out for yourself, and then pay me back the 13% compounding interest every year.
But I don't know what that would be.
Depends on how much you want to spend. Don't you know the joys of credit?
But.
Now be a good little mongrel and take this nice little golden ticket and go round and spend it as much as you physically can.
What do you mean?
Isn't there something you want? Some kind of money purchasable item? I don't know, like maybe an orichalcum sword, or perhaps maybe just buy all the property in Obcassio with this. Who knows? Sky's the limit.
But can I trade that with Annihilation? Would he take it?
No, but it'll give you something to build up.
There's like I don't. He just starts slowly walking away.
Are you trying to walk away from this deal right now? You, a mere mongrel, trying to walk away from a deal with me.
It's not that I'm walking away, it's that I'm going to think about my choices and call you later.
No, you don't need to think at all. He gets up and gets right up into your face. No, you see, and he will wrap his arm around you.
Physically feel the discomfort and also fucking pain. Help me! Hook around, please!
No, my dear friend. Let me talk to you about the joys of having a blank check that you can spend endlessly. And that you have to pay me back at the end. He'll begin walking with you around the entire area. So then, here's how this works. You get infinite money from me, and you eventually pay me back that infinite money with interest.
What if I just give you some money now?
Don experiences the joy of credit cards. Don experiences the joy of credit cards.
Now you see, you can spend as much as you want. All the money in the world. And then some.
But this is gonna be what is that? what is that amount? How much?
As much as you want it to be, Sonny. No limitations on my cards when you have to pay me back.
But
by the way, compounds monthly. That is
what
my annual period is monthly. Just so you know.
But what if I don't spend anything on it?
No. You see, you must spend. You must spend at minimum 3,000 gold per month.
Thinks does math. That's like 50 kobolds. Or some, I can't. I can't
it's only 50
numbers.
kobolds. That's not hard for you to do. All you have to do is kill 50 kobolds a month, and then you will be fine.
As he's drinking. I don't know, and also that's I can't.
It's only 50 kobolds. You can do that in a week.
Screaming at me.
Just think about it. You can do that in a week, friend.
This drink.
Now come on, mongrel, take the ticket.
I would rather not. I don't want to.
Why not? It's perfectly wonderful and legal.
Because I don't understand numbers.
It's endless money. Buy whatever you want.
I don't know what that means.
Buy everything you want, as much as you want, for as long as you want.
But I don't know. I think I will just go back to the bar. I don't.
No. You see, you're about to walk away from the greatest deal in your entire life.
I
just
don't
think about it.
I don't know. I can't assess the deal if you.
For the low cost of 50 kobolds a month, you can buy a mansion.
Huh?
Yeah, just buy a mansion.
What?
Just walk in with this ticket, put it on the table. It'll pay for whatever you want.
I don't. He's trying to get away.
He's not letting you go.
Son, slowly. No.
Nope. He is not letting you go.
I'm okay.
Come on.
I'm okay. I'll call Dad.
Oh, you think he'll stop me? I'm being sinful right now, Sonny. Just accept it.
No, I don't want to accept it.
But think about it. Is there anything that you've ever really wanted? Anything at all? Imagine. Whatever you wanted, you can afford.
The stuff I want can't even be bought with money.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yes.
You think this is just for money, son? This is for everything. Everything.
Everything? What does that mean? I don't know!
You want a person back? It'll bring them back, and it'll charge you the right price for it, too.
What? But that's his brain is like just trying to run away. He's trying to run away.
Just think about it, son. You could bring your sister back.
I don't believe that.
It's the truth.
I don't think that you're telling the truth here.
It is absolutely the truth. If you don't believe me, then let me tell you this. He holds it out to the side. And you see Kako's spirit appear for a brief moment before disappearing. I'm prideful, not a liar. I don't need to deceive you, because I am the one who stands above all things. things, and I own as much as I damn well please. Now, how's about it, son? Do you want your sister back? Because this'll bring her right to ya.
He will look and say, how did you do that?
I own everything, son. All the coins in the world, including those that contain souls.
I am fine. I do not want to go through this.
Come on, son. Don't you want your sister back?
Oh, we're pushing buttons. I do, but there's a better way. There's always a better way.
Oh, no, there is not. This is the only way.
Since you say you don't lie, I'm agreed. Maybe this is the only way, so I'll figure that out later. As I try to fucking duck him again.
No. This is a one-time deal. You either take it now, or I will never give it to you. Do you think I'm so forgiving that I would say yes to somebody who's already denied my deal? Do you forget what sins I represent, son?
Forgiving? No.
I don't forgive and I don't forget. Ever.
He looks at him, tries to think of a cool, says, well, but I don't think that someone as majestically prideful as yourself would care that a murder, a sub-sin, right? I mean, would not want to do this deal. Maybe.
How dare you not be willing to take a deal with one of your superiors? And he'll
because I've already made one?
With the ticket still in hand. Do you chase after him?
San will turn. Annihilation was already enough. Going part 2 for fucking
Greed
this guy.
Boogaloo.
Greed. Now, then I'll have 2 masters. But now, she's on the list. You will die. We'll walk away. With a whole new sense. And the sword, he looks back at it. I think it has teeth. Oh.
I'm sorry, what was that? He steps out. Did you just say something to me?
No, I said something to your sword because it has teeth and it's trying to kill me.
My sword does not have teeth. It is a holy artifact.
I mean, I agree. But that's just basically me just saying that it's trying to kill me. Like, it's... I sense that it's literally lashing out like it's about to... He backs up as he looks at like it's about to leave its sheath at any moment.
It won't leave its sheath here, but if you're so afraid of it... He glances from under the hood, and you catch a very slim glimpse of his really crystal, gleaming emerald eyes. Then perhaps next we cross paths it shall.
I'm not scared of it. I'll say, yeah, you called it an artifact. That is scary as a term. But the problem is that I do not want to reflectively pull out a weapon. Because, when things that look like that, I mean, well, I don't want to accidentally reflex and get kicked out of this place.
Have you considered training yourself to know better than to draw your blade when the moment is not right?
You are completely correct. Walks away. Goes back. Drunk still. What is Grunt doing at these tables?
Grunt is currently having a nice conversation with 2 very, very adorable-looking women who appear to be talking with each other quite, in a language you really don't understand. It sounds similar to Common, but it's not.
Sounds similar to Common, like a mirror language?
No. Doesn't
Damn it.
sound anything like Kvestian.
He shrugs, sits there, and then basically says, well, he got drunk a little bit. I forget what exactly Necrot has for sleep. Can people actually stay here, or do they just eat and leave?
You
I
eat
forgot what
and
the
drink and leave. There's nowhere to stay for sleep. Grunt doesn't sleep, and he doesn't let people stay to pass out.
Then I will eat something. I'll basically wait for food, and then I will leave. As everybody here is scary.
Grunt comes back around. Oh, you looking for some food? He almost has a supernatural sense when somebody's about to run out of their drink or whatever, San. It's weird.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, and the sins are scary.
Always have been. That's why I keep telling you to clean that off.
I can't. I don't. You know what? I'll try it. I'll try it right now. Person. I have been. You know
just
what?
Hear the reflexive murder starting to creep forward in your head as you say that.
He feels it like rolling. He's like, you know what? Let me. You know, would it be a smart idea to try it here?
Probably not. I might have to kick you out.
It wasn't. Yeah. So I'm gonna just eat first, and then I don't know. I'll try. If I get a no, then you know I've tried at least.
Very well. Here's the usual. A plate full of what you ordered last time, which is stacked pretty high, pops in front of you.
I shall consume it with joy and humanity restored.
For a second, just as you're about to finish it, you think, man, this almost tastes as good as murdering things. Wait, what?
Whoa, I mean, thanks again. God damn it. Thanks for the... Shut up, Brian! Murder. I know it's you!
Kill, stab grunt,
Fuck you! Fuck you, Bird! As Khalees says, go fuck yourself.
Come on, you want to.
Nope. And then he just leaves and looks, death stares the bird. Not death stares, but looks at the bird and after he finishes eating, and then goes outside the door, and then might make awful decisions about to happen.
Dokily. Meanwhile, back at the house.
Oh. Clicks off the house.
Since there's a minute here, do you think we could potentially relaunch the server to try and get a different number?
All you gotta do is do Vendrock shit.
That'll require going through a lot of things. Do we want to take like a minute here just to give it a shot?
You take like 5 minutes. Just close.
Basically, I just need a number that's not a 0 and less than a 4.
So a 2, because that is the only number that appears there.
You get 0, 2, and 4, and possibly 6, and possibly 8.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. I'm sorry that this happened.
We will be taking a 5-minute break while we try to fish for a 2. We will be right back.
By the way, that was a really cool scene, God.
Augers.
And stream cannot hear us.
Fantastic.
Woo! We're back!
Welcome back. Now joining us is the ever wonderful Shell. And boy oh boy,
Hello.
the Papega train has only started tonight as we rejoin the rest of the party. Slipping. Just chilling. One of them severely exhausted. Another in his room. And another
Happy to
getting...
help. Hope you all fucking like me now. Sorry.
So, we'll start first with Moors. Moors, what have you been up to in the past few hours?
A few hours. Well, I'm gonna start from when I plopped him down because that's where I ended.
Nodders.
What time would it be? Like 8?
It's towards the beginning of the night, not really too late, like 8, 9 o'clock-ish.
Okay. Well, fresh off of seeing things, Moors would walk over to his wooden scythe and just start beating on the dummies, not really caring about the durability at this point for like an hour, trying to calm himself down and stop thinking.
Oakley dokley, roll wisdom save with advantage then.
Turn brain off.
I would like to turn my brain off by beating the shit out of shit.
Brain off, only hit.
Very nice,
Ah!
very nice. Moors, you eventually lull yourself into an almost trance-like state of you slamming the scythe into these things, bashing the shit out of them with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly one of your eyes kind of catches on your arm where you see that mark has grown almost halfway up your upper arm now. And it's starting to form out a tail.
Mid bicep now?
Yeah, like midway up the bicep.
Damn. Wait. That was like here, points to like the middle of his forearm. Like an hour ago. Damn. I'm getting stronger by the minute.
You also notice as you look a little closer that your skin's starting to be a little, almost more transparent than it usually is. Like, there's a lot more darkness just kind of like cloaking over it, but it's also like bone pale.
That's new.
As you look up towards your hand, you notice that your fingers are starting to almost like grow out a teensy bit, almost as though they were trying to form into claws or something.
That's definitely new.
This would still be at night.
Weird. Well, if I'm no longer thinking about things and like I've been distracted, like, wait, looks outside through his back eyes. Oh, it's real dark. Alright. That was a long day, though. And then goes to wash up. Just, like, quick to get rid of the sweat. Like, 10 minutes, maybe. And then, like, goes back to go to bed.
As you're passing by your door frame, just kind of look down at it again, and it's grown even faster now, almost up to your shoulder. And it seems to be like the end of the tail seems to start curling a little bit.
Huh. It's probably fine.
As you say that, it almost instantly finishes right as you get to your door. And suddenly you just kind of like float there for a moment, as though time itself has crawled to a slow, agonizing, just stoppage. As slowly but surely, Moors, you start to see that little mark that's been growing up your arm almost peel off of your skin to hop down in front of you and look up to you. Moors, what languages do you speak?
Common Deep Siege.
Kidoki, it starts speaking to you, and you do not understand a single fucking word it is saying.
Wait, do I know Draconic? One moment. I need to double check because I don't know if I know Draconic. I need to check for a certain thing. Where is it? I don't remember where it is. God, I don't think I do. I'm gonna say I don't. I do not. You did not give me Draconic in that thing. So no, I do not.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a shame,
It goes
isn't it?
on for a little while, and then glances up to you.
Face of like confusion, seeing its mouth move, hearing sounds, and be like, "What?"
It offers
I'm
you
not sure if I can speak.
one of its hands, all clawed up. Do you take it?
I attempt to reach out because it's like time stoppy. Am I still?
As
am
you
I
reach
able
out,
to-
you are able to move your arm.
And I like touch his clawed hand ish.
Oakley dokley. It grabs onto your hand, and as it does so, it unfurls into a shadow that you can't see the totality of, but you can feel, is some small... It's almost like if you took Than and cut him into a bajillion pieces, and then took one of those and made it its own entity, and it just attaches to you. Slowly its form begins to envelop into yours, gradually sinking below your skin, with that original marking now being back to what it was, as it's just crawling, almost like Venom, the symbiote, does in Spider-Man, up your skin. Slowly it completely envelops you. And as time starts to turn back again, you're not really feeling tired anymore, Moors.
I kind of like jump around, feel really light, and I'm like, Tiny Sand's awesome.
You feel really good, like really, really good, Moors. You feel powerful, fortuitous, and you start almost humming for a moment. And then you realize you didn't know the language you're humming in a moment ago, but now you have perfect clarity of its use. You are speaking in Draconic. High Draconic and Low Draconic, as you see
so I know
fit.
both?
Yep.
Neat. I'm just gonna put Draconic in.
Now let me link you something, Moors.
Are we pulling up the deets? Putting that in the
Only for
balance
him
sheet?
at the moment. Chill out.
Well, are they gonna be linked directly or in chat? I'm not
It's
sure.
in Kvesti General.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
So, Moors, you now gain the subtyping of Dragon. If there is a weapon that kills dragons, it does affect you. But additionally, you are a dragon now. So dragons won't just treat you like meat. If they are sentient, that is.
Well, good thing I'm a worm caller, because this is gonna be great.
You also have a choice to make regarding your draconic adaptability.
Oh, good. Oh, it's down. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And Moors, outside of combat, you will not die to anything shy of a magical disease or magical toxin.
Okay. Two.
In short, you never, ever, ever die from aging. You can literally be thousands of years old. As you feel empowerment beginning to rush through you, you're feeling real good. Real good. Like, you don't need to take a long rest and you gain the benefits of one right now.
Dog.
Feeling real nice. Real nice.
Kind of like stretch out the muscles that were sore a few minutes ago. It's like, but I guess I can train more.
Not only are your muscles no longer sore, they've fully recovered.
a lot more. Holy. Picks up.
In fact, Morris, as you're starting to really just move around, you notice that time almost seems to go a little slower than it used to for you. You feel really powerful. As you can feel in your chest, your heart's slowed down quite a bit. Each beat at roughly half the intervals that it usually would have been going at, even just resting. It thumps in your chest each time. You can feel it just bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. You start to notice around yourself that you're outputting a little bit of latent magic.
Weird.
As you take a moment to just kind of like blink one of your eyes, you notice that there's a new eyelid there. Like a third eyelid that just overtakes it.
The dragon eyelid.
You kind of like test around with it and poke it. It is hard as shit. It is so hard that even if you were to take a sword to it right now, the sword would just chip on it.
It's like scales. Just kind of like looks at my arms and like actually like prods like
it doesn't
everything.
Look like scales, but as you prod it, it's hard. Like really hard. There's some metal that might be even softer than this.
Weird. And I'm like continually like trying to like I'm now doing like stretches to like figure out like movement because you know he's a training boy.
You still move in the same manners and such, but you just feel like time is slowing around you. It's really not moving that fast relative to how quickly you move. It's not like you've changed in your movements, but time just seems to dilate a little bit around you.
Weird. I don't know what that fucking means.
Yeah, fuck around and find out.
Well, I'm just gonna pick up the wooden scythe that I have. This time actually taking care, and I'm gonna cast mending on it. Just to like, because I didn't do that before, just to make sure that it's spick and span.
Oakley dokley.
Casting spell. Great.
As you cast the spell, you can feel the magic moving through it. At an incredible degree of accuracy.
Oh, I should mention the mending is what I got from Wormcaller.
Nodders.
Yeah. I'm not really... just... Wow. That takes a lot easier. As I'm like fixing that, look over the dummies, see that they are beat to shit. I'm like, oh, I was really into it. Clean.
As you start mending them, once you get over to this one, through the wall, you notice just like sheer magical energy pouring off of, like, in this precise direction, like two distinctive nodes. And as you kind of look around more, you see one more over here and something a lot smaller, but still noticeable, right next to it.
It's like the light things. Is this the stuff Tan was talking about? The lights.
You also get a sense of, you're also, like, kind of drawn towards certain directions. You notice that, for instance, this bottle of liquor over here really suits your fancy. Not that you want to drink it, but more so that you just want to have it.
Ah, greed. Greed. Dragon greed. Perfect. Looks expensive. Wait, wasn't it expensive? How much was that worth? I don't remember.
As you ask that query, you immediately know that it is roughly around the range of 75 gold.
That was pretty expensive. We should keep a hand on that. You're making me pick a choice, aren't you? I don't know what to pick.
What, for the options there for adaptability?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
wonderful, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
You should also look into the future of those.
Oh, I haven't
'cause
looked at
they
anything
improve
past
on.
level 1, by the way.
Oh, you should, especially for the adaptabilities, because they get improvements later on and additional effects during other things.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that's-
yeah.
This might be an easy choice for me.
I wonder which one you'll take.
Huh, who knew? It might be the one that lets me see things.
Hey, you just get this sense in general.
Yeah.
That just lets you really zero in on things.
Uh-huh. Because that's just period. Oh, God.
There are
Well-
other options, too, though. There's,
Oh, my God, that is good. Wait. Jersey,
Yeah.
I would like to point out level 10 that the Draconic Might and Arcana in the tier is the same as the other one.
No, that is the default base version of it getting improved.
Well, it starts as a D4, and at 5 it improves to a D6, and at 10 it
No, at
improves
5,
to a D6.
while Dragon's Wrath is active, it goes to a D6.
Oh.
Dragon's Wrath is not always active.
Oh, and then period. Okay, no, I misunderstood. So wild dragons. Oh.
Yeah, you might want to think about that. Good thing you guys shouldn't have a combat this session, because you might want to think about which thing you're gonna take, because it is Papega. Very potent.
It is
combat
Papega.
this session would be awful.
Do we want to continue?
What? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading things. And Morris is just like after repairing this, realizing that exists. He's just gonna start training his form rather than his power. So a lot less hard hits, more controlled swings,
Oakley dokley. And as you
as he should be doing.
As you do that, Sho Gi, you kind of stir for a moment in Amelia's lap. She is out fucking cold, laid over on the table.
I'd assume she's in the kotatsu with me.
She is, but she's also got your head on her lap. And one of her
kinda
hands is
just,
on
like,
top of your head, as though she was trying to pet you and then pass the fuck out.
Oh no, I can't move anymore, Jersey.
Could always roll a stealth
like-
check.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Don't fuck up.
12.
You gently remove her hand very slowly, placing it onto her own lap, and then slowly begin to get up. It appears that she is not stirred.
Okay. Now, the only thing I want... Would I notice the change next door?
You... give me an Arcana check. Feel something different coming from Moore's room, but you can't quite pin it.
Just slowly try to escape the katatsu and just kind of... No, wait, no. Can I just, like, see through the mask to see if Anything's changed?
Oakley dokley. You pop the
Andrew.
mask up. Moors, the mask activates, and Shogi, what you see is Moors beating the shit out of his dummies, as per usual.
Very controlled, beating the shit out of it. Although he probably also, it's only from like the main eye perspective, right? Just
Yes.
forward facing. Okay. And you might see like my arms because I'm not wearing armor or anything.
I message him. Hey, Moore, is you up? I sent something different.
Yeah, just training. Feel a lot better. Talk to a dragon.
You talk to a dragon?
Well, it's like a tiny one.
Like Niwi?
Is it bigger or smaller than Niwi?
It
I
would
think
be
I've seen
bigger,
Niwi.
but...
I've seen Niwi at the parties. I'm just like,
Okay, I was about to say, I can't remember if Morris had seen Niwi or not.
we had a party. I saw Niwi. I played with Niwi some.
Oh, yes, you are right. That was a while ago.
Yes, it was.
36 sessions ago, burr.
Ooh, man, episode 10 would be like.
But yeah, that was definitely bigger than Niwi was. By a good bit.
Like, bigger? Like, almost twice the size, I think? Not really sure.
So, what happened with this dragon?
Well, it was saying stuff that I now know is draconic. Then it offered its hand, I grabbed it, and then I felt a lot better. Then I could see things.
What
Now I feel
kind
stronger.
of things?
You know what the light San was talking about?
Yes.
Those, I think.
Okay, so it seems like you've gained some type of divinish power like the rest of the group.
Maybe.
More relating to dragons. It's probably primal of sorts.
And more just shrugs, actually, and physical. Not that Shogi can see.
If you're doing anything, I can't tell.
I just shrugged.
Oh, I mentally images it. Yeah. Anyways, probably some descendant of being a dragon of sorts. Who knows? Hey, I just wanted to warn you next time of what you see through the mask. I knew you were more or less around, but knocking would probably be the first thing before, looking into my eyes type of deal.
Yeah, I just felt something weird, so... I didn't know if you were up because it's late. Yeah.
Privacy is a thing.
And
I know. I know we slept together in the same room and all that, but we have different rooms now.
Looks at him through the wall.
Yeah, so privacy is a very key, because you never know what you see on the other side.
I wouldn't say slept together is the right word.
Oh, in the same room, not in the same bed.
I guess.
At the orphanage, yeah.
Yeah, I think what you say is why some of the girls get confused.
What do you mean by confused?
Like, I think they get the wrong idea.
Like who? What do you mean by wrong idea?
Well, you know what? Never mind. It's fine.
Whatever you say, Moors. Anyways, I have surgery tomorrow, so if I'm like not up yet, please wake me up, or Emilia, you know. Muted? Question mark?
What?
No. You weren't saying anything.
Oh, I said I will knock in the voice.
Okay. Okay. And then pretty much just rolls off to the side and falls back to sleep.
At some point throughout the night, Amelia stirs ever so slightly and puts Shogi's head back onto her lap.
Adorable. You can't run,
There
obviously.
is no
Oh, I
escape
should-
from the lap pillow.
God.
Yeah.
I have news. My AC is the same.
Hog.
It's literally the same without armor as with armor. I'm assuming I can use a shield with this, right?
Yes.
Okay, then it's literally the same. My AC did not change, and I don't need armor anymore. Time to do some macroing, but you can continue.
If that's the end of what we're gonna do at night, can we take a bio break?
Yep.
Yep.
Hot.
Pog.
We will be right back.
just doing things.
And welcome back once more. With Moors now having become a dragonoid, fueled by the power of a primal worm. The rest of the party rests for the night. As San returns back to the house, you may move yourself in to your bed to go pass the fuck out.
Go walk. Just nice. Walks, lay down.
Everybody may hit the long rest button.
Oh my god!
I think I might have last time.
Yeah, I think...
Nope, you didn't, because you still have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, that doesn't change.
Long rest.
If she hits long rest, it'll just turn it off. So you have to reapply 2.
I need to get rid of a pyre.
Still showing that I have something on me.
Yeah,
because you
get the tail.
You have a thing that says you have an ability every time you take a long rest.
Thank you.
No problem.
I forgot what it was.
It is the tail of spirit.
Ah, right.
I need a remove pyre button.
Why? Is something wrong?
Because he only has an add pyre button.
I only have add. I have 1 pyre.
One moment, please.
Well, if I don't have a remove, that I does it go away? Actually, let me look and read if it goes away during a
I don't
Just slowly
believe it
copy
goes
and
away.
paste and just change plus to minus.
That's what I'm doing, literally. And then instead of gain, it's remove 1 pyre charge. There you go. You have a remove pyre button that works, but I don't know if you ever need to use it.
So then,
unless you accidentally add and you shouldn't.
As the next morning begins, who will wake up first?
I'm awake.
Yeah, you are awake, but I'm seeing who's gonna be awake, as in moving about the house first. Oakley dokley. Sho Gi.
Oh, never mind. I don't lose pyre.
You know, that's actually the best.
Sho Gi, you are the first to awaken. As you start to stir, Amelia already has you on a lap pillow again. There is no escape for you, Sho Gi. This is your fate for the rest of eternity.
Kind of wipes the dew off his mouth and make sure it wasn't on her thighs.
You know, now that you say that, high or low?
You know, I'm rolling high today.
Unfortunate, you have drooled quite significantly all over Amelia's thighs.
Thick thighs save lives.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Amelia slowly begins to wake up.
Oh, good morning. That's easy to fix. I'll just have to go take a quick bath before we go off for the surgery. How you feeling?
Yeah, you know, yesterday was an event.
Yeah, don't think about it too much. It's bad for your health and your mind and your everything.
What do you mean? Yesterday never happened. Winks.
You were just a few different words, and I would have rolled a D1000, Sho Gi. Just a few different words.
I know how to choose my words correctly, Jersey.
Good, very good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Anyways, now I understand why magic is important. So maybe the learning the fundamentals of magic would probably be better sooner than later, you know?
Oh, good. I can actually start teaching you all the fuckery that is magic. I think you'll really, really enjoy it, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think so too. You, back in the, you know, with the Archmage and all that, the whole magic thing, you did power words that reflected a grimoire.
Yeah.
What What? How is that possible? Or just grimoires just power words?
Grimoires are a subsystem of magic that seem to be mostly specific to Kvesti. They tap into its root as opposed to the multiple layers of separation that goes through for normative magics.
Huh. That's interesting. Is there any history beyond that?
She kind of thinks for a moment.
I can tell you that a little bit better after the surgery is done.
Smile.
Yeah. That's fine. Also, since we're speaking about words and such, should I just, like, learn languages as well?
I mean, learning languages is always a good thing to do. It helps your mental flexibility and a bunch of other cool stuff.
I mean, for, like, power word usage.
That, I mean, it doesn't hurt, but, the thing is, even though you're kind of not as heavily bound by this restriction, most mortals really can't handle having more than a few of them at a time. Power words are really powerful, so, like, if you learn too many or the wrong ones, sometimes you just kind of,
She makes a motion with her hands of exploding.
Yeah, I was about to say explode. Yeah, so I'll just, stick to what I know for now, which, Celestials are really a powerful thing in my opinion, but
Yeah, lots of defensive words, lots of healing words, lots of, really nice things that just help out.
Is it too advanced? Should I just learn like a beginner language or something?
No, you should be fine. It's just Celestial and all the extra planar ones are really hard to get down because the concepts that they're calling upon are just really potent and hard to handle here. The easiest would probably be something like Draconic or Giant, because Draconic is just what basic magic is dealt with for most, like, wizards and stuff. And then Giant is not actually spoken, but rather written.
Oh, it's written.
Yeah, it's written in sigils.
Kind of like flashes back to a memory of when he first met his mother in that Colosseum area where all the sigils were. Would that relate to that, what I saw, which was all giant sigils?
What languages do you speak?
Celestial and Common.
You wouldn't be able to tell then.
Okay. Alright, I would just assume, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Giant might be one to start off, and maybe Celestial, or Celestial first, vice versa, whatever is easier for you.
I mean, either or it could work. Frankly, Giant's really useful just in general because of all the words being so potent. And they're really easy. I think actually the best part about them is that you can, like, scribe them onto objects and they'll transfer some kind of magical effects onto them. Or you could draw them in the air.
Oh. You can write stuff in the air?
If you're sufficiently skilled with magic, yes.
I kinda am, but I could always improve. So let's have our lesson plan as basics of magic and advanced magic, and then we hit the power words.
But first and foremost, we need to get you into that surgery room because,
She points into your arm as you begin to feel the roots writhe.
that's not going to go wiltingly. I get the feeling of it.
Do you need to knock me out, or
We can deal with that once we get there. But anyhow, let's eat breakfast.
I probably shouldn't, just in case anything gets thrown back up.
Fair.
He kind of like rolls off her lap and just stands back up.
She stands up.
Do you want breakfast cooked for you?
Yes, please. I'll go get washed up, because,
She kind of blushes a little as she looks down at her thighs.
I was thinking of you.
She kind of smiles at that and blushes a little bit more.
I'm gonna go wash up.
Sprints for the door, opens it, runs down the hall, into the bathroom, closes the door behind her, locking it.
I message Morris. Hey, Morris, breakfast. I'm cooking. What do you want?
Wait, what time is it? Looks out the window again.
Daybreak is coming.
It's already morning?
You don't feel tired at all right now, Morris.
God damn. This is all to you, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think your new power is probably gonna never make you tired, so I mean, just make sure you eat properly, you know?
Yeah. Eat properly. Yeah.
You know, Morris, you're suddenly feeling very, very hungry.
Oh.
Like, you feel like you could eat a lot.
You got a draconic stomach as well.
Yeah. Am I like sweaty at all, by the way, after
Nope.
like exercising
Not
for like
even the
8 hours
Not
straight?
even the slightest bit.
Didn't even work up a sweat. That was to just himself. Sets down.
And you
thing.
know the best part? Your pulse never went up at all. Just remained consistent, no matter how hard you were working yourself there. You feel like you haven't
Fucking-
even tapped a small portion of it.
Fucking dragons! Okay. Just walks out. Yeah, wait. You're making food?
Yeah. Unless you want to.
I'll help.
Looks like if we have 2 people cooking, we should just make shit for the whole party then.
Oh, were you not planning on doing that?
Oh, I mean, I was, but like I said, if we have 2 people cooking, then we can just make stuff for the whole party.
Yeah. Wait. We still don't have a Johnathan, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Kind of like...
Just follows me to the kitchen, I guess.
Yes.
And as you two head downstairs... Oakley dokley! Hitako, you wake up in the warm, cuddly arms of Hato.
Oh, goodness.
Still feeling completely exhausted and kinda like shit.
Yeah, she just goes back to sleep.
As you start to go back to sleep, you notice that Hato cuddles in a little bit more, wraps you with another one of his tails. And then you just pass right on out.
Yep. You're welcome.
Glidokli, San! You wake up as you feel 2 presences walking down the hallway and down the stairwell.
Anything different?
Yeah, there's a very small, very condensed one that feels like a living incarnation of magic. With flesh.
That looks like that's probably wait, that's not Morse. I mean,
What's that?
huh. I'll figure it out. Going to mentally think, Betrayal, are you sitting around up there?
Silence. Nothing. No response.
The moment I would want to ask you something, you're obviously not. Thank you.
You hear a small little
He's betraying
chuckle.
you.
Okay, good. So you, the chuckle is like, so good. You are there.
No
Great.
response.
You can't back out after the fucking laugh.
No response.
You will keep walking. Well, whenever you get out of your hissy fit, I have a question for you. And San will just see numbers flowing from this direction. His brain still hurts from last night. Avoids the numbers.
As you get down the stairs, you see Moors. He's different. He built different today.
He built different, though.
Looks shadowy.
So, San, from your perspective, Moors looks very friend-shaped right now.
He looks very friend-shaped. oh, Morris, I like your cut.
Smacks his ass.
What the hell does that mean?
He doesn't. Oh, hello, Morris. You're different,
Hey.
and you're like weird, but cool. Dive, Bogadoo.
Confused, unsure if that was good or bad until the last word.
Well, retrospectives. Hello, Shogi.
What was that, Fez?
I
Didn't
You're
hear.
muted.
You want breakfast there, son?
No, I'm fine. And he will. I did eat a lot to me, and then he's just going to say, "Anyone see Johnathan? I might need to go find him."
got it.
What would you speak of
Negative.
the devil?
Speaking of the
Well.
devil, indeed. Johnathan, you look like a raisin, and Seleos is half carrying you back. You're so raisin-like that nobody even notices you coming back.
You've been milked.
I'm fine. I'm doing fantastic. Sally, you don't need to hold me.
If I let go of you, you're going to collapse onto the ground.
I'm fine.
Fine,
Okay, yes, please
fine,
actually
fine.
not.
Here you go. She lets go of you, and your knees just give out in front of you.
May I roll a strength check?
Yep. Let's see if you can
Not
maintain.
once.
You fucking
God.
called it.
Jonathan just fucking falls to the ground. Okay, I was wrong. I do need help.
Oh, you need help. Have you learned your lesson? What did I tell you yesterday? What did I tell you?
That you're always right. Please pick me up, mommy.
And you will listen to whom?
Jonathan starts crawling.
Don't you crawl away from me.
Fuck you, bitch.
You already did, and you're mine.
I'm nobody, Celios.
She picks
John,
you
like
up
he's trying.
with one arm and starts floating towards the door. San, you
Fuck.
sense Seleos outside. She's cloaking herself currently. Not particularly well, but enough that most people wouldn't notice.
He says to Sala, well, apparently Soleil's hiding. I don't see why she would need to do that. I mean, but she's,
Jonathan
I guess
just-
they're here.
Jonathan unlocks the door and opens it.
The door was
Oh,
not
no,
locked.
it's
The door was not locked.
Oh. Jonathan opens the door fucking slowly. As he's Jonathan's gonna roll another strength check to see if he can fucking stand finally. There we go.
San, you see Johnathan being carried by Seleos, trying to break free and walk on his own. He looks like a raisin.
He nods his
Hey, son,
head,
how's it going?
understanding the feeling of fucking pride just holding him.
Anyway, son, I have a new name.
Okay, cool. What happens? What is it?
Jonathan picks the drawer out of his bag of holding it, sets it on the table.
As you look at it, the sigil has deactivated. The second you take it out, it's just like it turns off. And all the magic in it is gone.
Oh, that was a hologram.
No, it was a glyph of warding.
Oh.
So can you just beam the thing? Just do the information poll, please.
And what's in it for me?
Not having to probably listen to something that could be explained in 1 second by you doing this.
Or I can let you suffer with that and go relax.
I'm not suffering. I'll tell you. I
you
will
will,
not
Ben.
suffer. And no.
I met like some sort of a magical hologram of my mother. She explained a few things to me. My name's actually Johnathan Alvameyer. That's how I pronounce it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and apparently I'm the last of a line spanning back to the War of August. I'm special, I think. I don't know.
He shrugs. Okay.
How's it been going with you?
He says, well, a lot of bad things happened yesterday. A lot.
Oh, like what?
Did I feel it tried to invade my mind the last night?
Which thing? There are many things that could have tried to do that.
But did I feel anything try?
Yeah, you would remember something trying to invade your mind.
So he's going to say, like, can't talk about it relatively, I'm going to say, as vague as possible. But,
Eldritch Abomination, question mark?
worse.
Ah.
Oh my god, no, fuck! Hey,
We're talking about it.
we're talking about it. Everyone almost died in the whole everything. That's bad.
Okay,
That's
time to
it.
stop talking about it.
Oh, fuck.
Are you scared yet? Have I scared you all into knowing better?
Knowing better. I already knew better. Hey.
Hey, any new developments since I was gone? I hear Hideko got turned into something.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. Okay then, that's cool. Any
You okay?
updates
You
on
look like you look like you're dead more than usual.
that? High intensity exercise.
Dried up raisin is more like it.
You want like protein? Gotcha.
Yeah, I would love anything you cook me, Morse.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Any developments, Shogi?
Too much has gone around. Probably be easier when breakfast is served.
Sounds good to me. Jonathan plops down on the chair and just breathes out.
Starts prepping the meats.
Oh, come on now. It wasn't that. Stamina testing.
You kicked me in the stomach 22 times at the end of your heal.
And you enjoyed it.
Shut the fuck up, you bitch.
Blink,
I will
blink.
shut you up.
Oh, you fucking... You... Fuck. Jonathan just grins a little bit beneath it all.
I learned some weird things, and that's not as disgusting as what you're talking about.
I have no... What are you talking about? Like, disgusting things?
And what would
Sally's
those
just
be?
being a bitch.
I mean, apparently there's a mirror world of Kvesti, where there is another version of not us, not me at least.
Interesting. Where the hell did you learn that?
Well, I got invited to Grunt's bar.
Little early
cool.
to be learning things like that, son. It'll break your little brain.
It was worse because Pride was there and tried to sell
yes,
me
he
the
quite
worst
enjoys
deal
Grunt's
in.
place.
Yes, and it was awful for me.
Oh,
Oh, did you get all
right.
his shit
Wait.
missed already?
Probably, or it would have been worse. It's either I serve Annihilation and Pride, or I just don't.
Wait, Annihilation?
Yep, that's how bad the thing was last night. That I had to literally become subservient to annihilation. I'm talking.
Stop fucking talking about it.
Annihilation is I'm subservient to annihilation now.
You made a deal for nondescript reasons. I understand.
Of course.
You talk about it, people die.
I'm very chilled out in the Kratz bar. Lot better. now.
Yeah. Anyway, let's sit down and have some breakfast. Hope you're doing all right today, son.
Just sits and says, "Yeah. Well, I am doing better." Turns to Saleos. Do you know what annihilation would want me? By the way.
You
I
do
feel
know
like
what he's
it's
called, right? Annihilation.
Yes, I know, but
just
Do I really
like
need to spell that out for you?
but there's something I should be able to give him or not. You can't only be annihilation. You're not.
That is all he has ever been.
What is an annihilation story, anyways?
Nobody knows. He's the first of us, and the only one who might have a clue is Son's sinful puppy.
Yeah, and I have this innate feeling from what I've heard of him, he probably won't give reliable information.
He's right now. He's having a pissy fit.
Oakley dokley.
Because of annihilation.
Shrugs, but
in the
meanwhile.
kitchen. Shogi, boards, you begin preparing food.
Okay.
Yes.
You make your tier 1 kitchen food. Very nice, very nice. What are
Yeah.
you making for your dear, lovely
God.
comrades?
I feel like scones, unless Shogi has a plan for breakfast that scones do not work with.
Well, seeing Jonathan's kind of been milked, he would he needs a healthy dose of zinc.
Why? We have to use these terms right now.
So he's thinking with like legumes, seeds, shellfish.
Oh, beef. Beef has zinc in it.
Yeah, a lot of red meat.
Yeah.
Do we have any blenders?
No, there are no blenders, but you can dice things up on your own.
I'm an expert in this. Although I don't have expertise, I'm good at this shit.
I try to make something that's easy to digest.
I was thinking like celery and like beans for Jonathan. And then everyone else is just, normal. He seemed a little drained, and I think this is like a home recipe for rejuvenation. Any ideas on that?
No, I no.
No, as in you don't like the idea, or no, as in no idea?
I know of both, but like, if you think celery and beans is gonna work, then go ahead.
Fine, I'll just make him eggs and maybe steak and eggs for breakfast for him. That's something actually edible.
Yeah, no, like,
Not gonna say anymore.
See if we have any localized meat and eggs, and Morris will just handle the rest.
We should have enough.
As you go through the
We
kitchen,
have enough
you have
stocks.
enough, though you are noticing that the pantry is slowly becoming emptier and emptier over time. Perhaps a trip.
It's been like 2 weeks since we restocked.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. Mm.
Might have to go restock soon.
We'll just DoorDash everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
The
You
funny,
joke.
the
You
funny
joke.
thing is, DoorDash is literally the canonical way adventurers mostly eat food.
Yeah. But bacon and cheese filled scones for the 2 people that I can give food to per day.
So who will you be giving those 2 delicious pieces of food to?
One to Sho Gi, and then I'm saving one for Heat to go.
And I would give my my eggs to Amelia because I can't have anything for her surgery.
Oh, you're giving her the scones for...
Yes.
Fuck!
Yes. Because
Alright, then I guess-
I am not having anything because surgery.
Surgery. Well, shit, one moment. 3 days! They get 2 THP for 3 days.
Sitting far away from Seleos. Johnathan,
Johnathan
you
just
notice that
fucking
there's a
looks
new person
Amelia?
who's came to the table.
Wait, who are you?
Amelia? Who? Oh, wait, I know who you are.
Wait, how the hell do you know who I am?
Shogi
You really want to
girlfriend.
answer that question?
Yes, I would like you to answer that question.
I know more about you and the 2 primevals sitting next to you than you know about yourself.
Ah. Then what's my name?
Johnathan Alvemeyer.
Oh, holy shit.
Want to ask me any more questions? Want me to
As-
spit out your address? Your IP number?
as I
An IP number? What's
come
an IP
out,
number?
start distributing the food. Amelia, now no more free questions.
Oh, yeah.
Numbers
I was
girl.
just threatening him a little bit.
Did I do something?
You've done a lot of things, and I'm going to fix that problem.
Glare.
Excuse. Hey. Only I can insult Celios.
I haven't insulted her at all, at least not to your knowledge.
Fair enough.
Can you see us, Leos?
Yes, I do. Johnathan, be a dear. Would you help her with your spear?
No.
Don't! Please don't! Please.
Johnathan,
I do not want a power word.
No.
Please. She can say power words. I do not want to get hit with a prime good power word.
To the prime
handing
good.
out food.
No, she's not a prime good. She can just use them because she's Demon King related.
I'm not
Oh,
related
right.
to the kings. I am a prime evil.
Let me... Hey, Shogi, do you want to tell Jonathan, or do you want to let whatever is about to happen?
You know, I'll let it happen. It's more entertaining that way.
What?
Fucking runs! Out! Immediately, not getting caught with this shit. Stands a good way from the house.
What the hell is happening?
Miss.
Why did San just run away? Okay, I'm very confused.
She flips
Jonathan's
over,
rubbing his
look at
eyes
you,
right now.
Shogi. So why the fuck is that thing here? Point.
The only reason why it would be here.
Wait.
Which one of you dipshits is it?
Morse is pointing.
So, Shogi, let's talk about removing this insolent little whelp.
Hey? The rule goes both ways, Celios.
She just puts a finger to your mouth, urging you to shush.
She doesn't bargain for deals there, Soleos. She already has
Jonathan bites
a
your finger.
lot more info for free.
As you bite her finger,
And she
Jonathan,
seems nice.
it is as hard as diamond. It hurts your fucking teeth.
Jo-
A lot.
Oh.
Jonathan
Like
then
biting metal
moves his
bars.
teeth up as he's like, fantastic. I really don't know how I expected that to go, honestly.
You've learned nothing since last night, have you?
I learned nothing when it comes to you.
She just
Really
glares down, towering over you for a moment. Anyhow, looks over towards Amelia. So then, Shogi, or which one are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It could be thousands. I
There's
found
only
out.
so many of you.
Oh, that one. I believe 7.
9. Maybe? Wait.
You do realize Seleos can detect lies, right?
Oh no, I actually just forgot. Hold on.
13.
It's 13.
From Shogi's
13.
perspective, that was not a lie.
Oh, out
be
of
fair-
13.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He is 13.
Hold on.
Yeah.
My guy
I
forgot.
I don't have this sheet in front of me.
It's pinned in Kvesti General. I
Yeah.
pinned them all for reasons like this.
So then, which are you? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, 13.
Thank you, I was getting quite sick of counting. Grand, so I'm guessing this is the one who deals in love and luck. Great. Rolling her eyes.
That's so cheesy. I love it.
Oh, you have no clue, Johnathan. She sits back down.
Man, you two are literally like opposites. It's funny.
No, if she was my opposite, she would be chastity and temperance.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I suppose love and lust are not opposites.
Hey, son, nothing's happening. You can come back.
I'm sensing right now. Huh.
You're sensing hostility, but no kablooey yet.
Okay, he slowly comes back in after a minute. He walks.
So what I'm kind of getting from this conversation is you're some kind of servant of the Demon Kings, and you probably just realized this recently, or did you know the entire time?
Not even a servant.
He's on the retirement.
Oh, what are you
package.
then? What is retirement?
It's when you stop working directly for people and they pay you.
Wait, does that exist in
Called a pension
Obcassio?
plan. Look it up.
Look at.
What do you mean look it up? Like in a
Oh yeah, I
No,
keep forgetting that you
so,
people can't
Johnathan-
look things up.
The simplest method is, when a family business kind of like the old person kind of can't work anymore and their son needs to take over. That.
Yeah. Okay, so you're economically provided for by the business after you retire, effectively. Jonathan, isn't I?
More or less, but the way I'm provisioned is life.
Life? Wait,
Yeah.
can you just not die?
I get reborn every
Oh.
era.
Man, that's fucking weird. So I guess that means if we all die, then Shogi's the only one left then.
He won't remember any of it.
Laughing.
And your memory dies as well until I remember again.
Man, that is simultaneously very nice and also very depressing.
So that's how that works. Interesting. I wonder what
Oh,
happens if your
God.
soul gets obliterated.
Same thing. It gets revived by the Demon Kings.
How annoying.
Oh, so Seleos can't do shit.
Oh no, I can. He'll just
I
come
mean,
back.
you can. He'll just keep coming back. You can't really do anything about that.
But he won't remember, which is a good thing.
Until he does. Like now.
Do you remember everything right now, Shogi? All your many past lives?
I'm too weak for that, bitch.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a very odd conversation.
It is.
So what is can you explain what Hideko is now?
Some type of fox deity, more or less, in the progress of that.
She's a fae, I think. Archfey, maybe.
Ah, fantastic.
Also, you can now follow her like a god.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
Son's been simping for her now.
Huh? Turns left.
What the fuck does the word simping mean?
What does that mean? Also,
It's
Amir,
another
can you
word for
calm down the
prayer.
members, please? Get them away from my food.
Simping is just another word for prayer. It's slang. I picked up in the streets.
What?
It's a good thing I'll never sim for Salios.
What? Oh, come on! I'm just trying
That's the biggest lie you've said this morning.
Not a lie, not a lie. I will never praise her as a deity, even when she is one.
I'm sorry, what was that? You won't give me prayers.
Yeah.
Don't you have? Yeah. So, like, don't you have to give me some more power, right? When you become a deity or something like that?
Oh, that's me.
Assuming you survive long enough.
I will.
We'll see about that.
I will.
Me, I won't praise you unless you make me.
Well, at least in your case, son, you weren't stupid enough to take a deal with greed. Though that will come back to bite you in the ass later.
I think a lot more. What he did is going to come back to bite him.
We'll see about that.
So making a deal with somebody who's insanely greedy is a bad thing?
In the case of greed, he hands you a essentially blank check of sorts. You can spend as much money as you want, but you owe him 13% of it in interest per month, compounding.
Ah, so the issue is that the initial part of you spends a lot of money because you think it's basically free money, and then you end up in a shit ton of debt. This results in accumulating interest of a debt hole you'll never come out of that only benefits him in the end.
That is one part of it, but it's what happens in the end if you can't pay that matters.
Let me guess, he raises your soul, or I don't know, something.
No,
Something.
you work for him until you pay off your debt, and he won't pay you enough to do so.
So exactly
Huh?
what I thought.
It reminds me of a place I went.
Sounds like it's a like it's one of those places in the Republic that I once read about. What are they called? Company towns?
I mean, that is one word for them. Chattel slave farms is another.
I mean, slaves don't get paid.
Some do. They usually press the others.
Fair enough.
Yeah, excuse me, I gotta go wake up Hideko.
Could just there's another way. Just send your energy just literally up.
No, we're
Doing the
we
regular
are
way.
beings of manner.
Manner.
As Sho Gi heads up the stairs.
Nox. Wake up, Hideko, it's time for surgery.
Hata slowly gets out of the bed, trying to desperately not wake Hitako up. Let's see if he could sneak away without not bad. Hato opens the door. Hitako is asleep right now. Please leave a message.
Wake the fuck up, we got a surgery.
I will read
I was
that.
muted. Sorry. No, Hitoko's asleep. Like I was saying to automatically fail whatever con check or whatever.
Oh
She's
yeah,
out.
you'd fail it anyways. You've disadvantage.
Well, I'd have like 18 disadvantages at this point.
Add more.
She is she has opened herself up to Neurophaneri. I forgot to mention that. I meant to before she fell back
I
asleep.
sent a message in reply to that. You had nice calming rains and seaside views with fresh dew smells coming off of all the small little greenery. It's like your own little private tropical island or something.
Happy dreams.
Poggers. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Or you inevitably drown.
Hitako is
Hitako
unconscious at the moment. Please leave a message after the Hato.
Well, Hato, your teacher and her teacher are gonna be there.
Does it require us to be there?
No.
I
But
believe
she
in
said
Hato.
she was interested in joining.
That was before she had to summon something to unscrew the whatever the fuck that was last night.
World 1000.
No. He didn't look at it. He doesn't have the knowledge.
Oh, perfect.
He just said something.
Waiting. Nothing.
Shogi.
Did it
Pause,
go
Shogi.
through?
Roll a wisdom save to see if you can calm that impulse before it grows into something.
Wisdom save.
Yep.
You know, this is time for Shogi to roll his not one.
Why do you have this bad wisdom?
Because I am a Death Knight. I don't need wisdom.
Oh, but we're good. We're very good, guy.
How
Or
unfortunate. No Papay
was
yet.
no, yeah, we're very good.
Jarzine's sad because nothing happened. Not sad
What
because
number do we gotta
something
watch
happened.
out for exactly?
Under
Anyway,
100.
I think
Anyways.
it's low.
anyways. So... I guess not then. Just when she wakes up mid-afternoon or whenever she wakes up, I would like to have the whole house partake in the auction house event. Having my friends be at a event that I am a part of would help and would make me happy.
Very well, I will relay that message after she is woken up. She is very exhausted.
And just leaves and pretty much goes back to the little archway and like, hey Amelia, it's time to go.
Okie dokie, I just finished up.
She pushes her seat out, basically pops over it, pushing it back in the same motion.
Did she eat
So
the
Amelia
muffin?
knows a lot of things then, right?
Scone.
Yeah,
Almost as equal to the Demon Kings.
Did she?
power words
Alrighty.
that hurt. Please don't. I don't want to be hurt by the power words right now.
Ready. I have a couple questions I'd like to ask at some point, but I won't ask them now. I know you're busy.
You can ask up now. I'll choose what she answers or not.
Since I'm dealing with Estherberg at the moment, I would like to know what Estherberg is currently planning.
Amelia looks to you to see
That
if she
fine?
can answer that.
Yeah, that's fine, because that involves the house.
She's planning to fucking kill you.
Wow!
The specifics, please. The specifics, please. How is she planning to
that's-
try and kill me?
Oh, that's
We know
like,
this.
super. That's like super easy. She is going to raze down this building to the ground, and I'm going to prevent it from happening.
Why, thank you, Amelia. I appreciate it.
Don't thank me. You're the one who caused this. You're going to be the one suffering the most for this.
Wow, I feel like you do not like me.
You keep fucking up, mainly because you keep listening to her.
Yep.
I'm
You've all been
I'm
strung
trying
along
to,
by her this entire time, and I'm going to fix that. But first, I need to fix Sho Gi up, so I can start telling him everything he needs to know.
You know, it's very ironic that both of you seem quite controlling overall.
I wouldn't be if you didn't keep doing stupid shit like this. That pisses off some of the most powerful people in Obcassio and puts Sho Gi in the line of fire. If you want to go throw yourself off a building, I don't care. I'll be blunt, I don't. But you put Sho Gi in the line of fire, we got a problem.
Okay, I mean, it wasn't intentional for me to do this, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, it was intentional because you didn't follow what she demanded.
I mean, yeah,
How's
but she
that-
was
how's that-
demanding unreal.
How is that
She
not
wasn't exactly demanding
intentional?
realistic things.
That's
more
not
like,
my
why did you
problem. You're the
stick
one
it-
who.
Why did you try to stick it in with crazy in the first place? And now,
Pointing at Soleus again.
you're in with even crazier.
Double
First
dipping
off, I didn't choose. I didn't choose Celios. Celios chose me.
Oh,
And
so you
second
didn't
off-
choose me yesterday.
Shut the fuck up, Celios. You're not helping. But yes, I was going to say that Estherberg wasn't fucking crazy the entire time I was
Corner,
with.
hard place.
She had moments. All right, and that's basically the only reason I'm not
Moments before or after trying to kill you.
moments before she tried to kill me. I enjoyed my time with Esther, and she was fucking nice.
Have you considered that you're just incredibly easy to manipulate?
Maybe. But hey. I
Anyways,
still like Esther.
other questions.
Oh yeah. Where's my mom at this moment?
Republic.
She's in the Republic, right? Ah, yeah.
No.
That's what I figured.
He already knew the answer. It's not going to change
Eh.
anything.
True.
Why'd you say no to that question, Shogi?
Because that doesn't relate to my well-being.
Oh.
Did we forget who we're
Okay.
talking to? We're talking to Sho Gi.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that fact. Never mind, Shogi. You're good to go. I'll just eat my dinner. Well, breakfast.
You're welcome that I made it.
Thank you. Thank you, Shogi.
Ready to go?
Yeah, ready whenever you are.
She grabs onto your arm and holds your hand.
Ready.
More is you coming along? Oh,
I left
Already
ahead.
left.
It's just I was typing.
got typing. Gotcha. And we leave.
Oakley dokley. Is there anything?
Hilarious.
God fucking damn it.
So, I have a small. Well, yep.
What's up?
No, I was just trying to think of a way to continue participating, but there really isn't one. So,
You can.
Oh.
Sleepy
Go ahead.
girl, sleepy.
sleepy girl, sleep.
I left the scone here, by the
Like
way.
she's so she's so exhausted she forgot that there was a surgery today. She has no idea what day it is. She's just like, I'm in bed with Otto. Okay, schlet.
Sleep.
You sleep with no alarms on a weekend.
I would
With
like
no
to know
play.
What day
if
is
you,
it?
if
It's
Hato
Monday.
noticed
What
you
the
were
fuck?
stirring enough, he would try to relay the message to you.
I can make a severely disadvantaged roll for it.
Go for it.
Triple disadvantage. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Triple disadvantage! Oh,
Triple disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Go for it.
Alright.
3d20.
Disadvantage. Okay, and then one more. Because both of those fucking passed.
It's really high.
Oh my fucking god.
She gave it up!
14, so a
I wake
16.
back up! God damn!
Yeah.
As you wake the fuck
Yeah.
up, Hato relays to you. Yeah, Shogi said that there was a surgery and that we were going to be there. You looked kind of exhausted though, so I kind of told him I'd just tell you when you woke up.
Hitako attempts flying out of bed, but, like, gets dizzy immediately and flops back down.
Hold up. Not too fast, otherwise you're going to pass out.
I can't participate, but I want to be there.
I can bring you there.
Please.
Oakley dokley. Let me run downstairs and get you some food first, though, and water. Because
She nods.
I will be right back up. He is going to hop up out of the bed, open here, pop out, jump down, run in the front door.
Oh my god!
Oh hey, Otto.
Is there any food around that was left for Hitako?
I think,
I-
maybe.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Point,
It-
go to the kitchen.
Moore's took it out with you. Moore's
There's a
took it out with you.
scone. There is a scone here with a note, as well as
Let me roll perception to see if
there's
I can
like
see that.
a serving of
flowers are kind of
actual
in the way.
food. in the kitchen.
Thank you. He runs over, grabs it, runs into the kitchen really quickly, grabs a big hefty glass of water, and starts running back up the stairs at full speed.
In the meantime, Hitako's figured out how to get herself. I gotta zoom in. Not sideways.
Or upside down, or any other direction.
And that's pretty much about, like, if he took 5 minutes down there, that's about how much time it took her to get into this position.
Hato gets in. He's carrying a nice, tasty-looking scone and a big old thing of water. Here you go. He gently
just
places
smiles
it
at him.
on the table.
Thank you. She is going to eat slowly.
You get 2 THB for 3 days.
Hey! Oh god, I know how to do that.
Fancy food. Just add 2 THB, and it should be good.
Hato just sits next to you,
Oh.
hugging you and keeping you supported so that you don't fall over or anything.
Oh my god. Eventually, she gets up and gets dressed on her own. I'm sorry, I'm cutting out my
No, you're fine.
paint swatches that I need to make. But I finished the swatches.
Pog!
Okay, so eventually she does get up, gets dressed, and then, like, double checks herself in the mirror, because obviously she's not thinking fully straight. And then, she's gonna turn back to Hato and just, like, cling to his arm for support. She's walking fine, she just
Feels a little
gonna
unsteady.
be a second for her. Yeah. She's still, like, the world is kind of swimming a little bit for her.
Alright, now hug real close to me and we're going to step out onto the balcony.
Oh, so she puts his arm around her shoulders and then hugs his waist. His very trim waist, because he's a mage boy.
You step out onto the balcony, he closes the door behind you. Alright, so remember how you said not to fly with you anymore?
I'll just keep my eyes closed.
Ready in 3, 2...
She shuts her eyes tight. And I guess I fly.
It's a very smooth flight compared to last time.
Oh yeah? How'd you figure?
Who knew?
1 billion to see if a fucking random cobalt hits them in the sky. Like they say that happens.
Yeah, but I would say roll for it, but the people that tend to get hit turn into red mist.
Yeah. Oh, so they have left. I have a small Patega thing.
Oh, whoops. That's way too small. That's okay.
A small Papega thing to do?
A very small Patega thing.
Shoot.
So I will say, well, I think this would be a good time. Hey, Betrayal, he thinks in his head. You want to sit down and have a snack real quick?
Let me roll something real quick.
They're only friends here. And in fact, just meaning to... I might give you some useful information, I guess.
Is this betrayal? Is this betrayal singing?
No, this is the DM singing.
Elevator
come
music
on.
in my fucking head. I just have to hear Betrayal elevator music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is why? What is this?
He's betraying you.
God.
Alright, you've invited Primeval into your house. Prepare thyself.
Oh my god, wow! I didn't mean... Fuck!
And
Oh, that was a mistake! Instant
what we
regret!
in the South call it a mistake.
Instant regret! He's like, what the fuck, Seleos? I was trying to summon one!
Wait, what the fuck
You
is
mother-
going on?
Jonathan, as you view all of these, Seleos immediately drops into her real form. And you feel like you are under a crushing presence from all directions, especially right next to you, right at the end of the table. And this one feels depressing and makes you hungry. This one makes you feel very jealous and not want to do anything. This one's just fucking scary. This one is making you think, man, I deserve to own everything in the world. And this one is saying, you should stab San right now, right into your fucking brain.
Blanks.
I'm not going to stab San.
Well, Johnathan, I'll introduce you to the Sins. Also, why are you all here?
You invited us for food. Where the fuck is it?
Son, you invited them for food?
No, I didn't.
I am very hungry
That was wording Betrayal's being an asshole. One moment, fucking runs into the kitchen, and then Sweat puts on that kitchen outfit. We'll fucking have to perform. We're cooking, my guys.
Roll.
Is it Jonathan's cooking outfit?
I have proficiency in the skill.
Proficient in cook supplies?
I am proficient in cooking supply because I'm soft.
Damn. Good shit.
Okay, so I need to.
You need to make a lot of food and fast.
I'm going to literally, because this is going to be a problem, I'm going to fucking use my prime speed
Jonathan
right
is
now.
eating him. Jonathan is eating him.
Jonathan, as you get to here, the Goldie boy will stop you.
Can I see
there,
this?
son. Have you ever heard of
Okay, I got to fucking make this food right
it's
now.
called credit.
Is
would
it
you like to
Dex?
buy-
Is it Dex? Can you sleight of hand?
Yes, you may use sleight of hand because you're trying to go fast. How would you like to buy a
Dex
mention? Or
proficiency.
perhaps orichalcum
Fucking
armor?
Jesus Christ. Sleight of hand.
Ah,
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
no, man.
What was that?
You know, it's very interesting, honestly, credit. Did you know in the abstract concept, credit is
Roll
actually
wisdom
completely
save.
imaginary and has no...
Roll wisdom save. You're in front of a primeval of greed and pride.
Can I... Oh, good.
Jonathan is then going to philosophize about credit in front of pride and greed. So, the weird thing is, credit is completely imaginary. However, it can completely ruin your life, which is kind of a funny thing if you think about it. Because all it is just a bunch of imaginary
Your hand
money that's
begins
floating in
moving
the
on
air
its
that you
own
eventually
toward
have to... Jonathan, every time he reaches out, Jonathan just steps back. And it's so weird how all that functions, isn't
Jonathan,
it?
for some
Anyway, I
reason,
think
your
he
left
needs me.
arm is really trying to get closer to him, reaching out to it against your will.
Jonathan stabs his left arm with his red spear.
It ceases.
Fucking... Can I see this?
Good.
Anyway, I have to go help San, Jonathan says with bleeding arm.
Okay, good. I need the advantage to roll again, or God, it's going to be awful.
Hey, what's up? He's trying to get me into a debt contract that I'll never come out of.
Okay, I mean, good. Don't listen to him. Two. Oh, fuck. As he just pulls out the speed. Thanks. Give me this. Okay,
this.
fine. Hold this. Give me this. Okay, I made a shit ton really fast. That only took around 5 minutes of demon time. Walks up.
Son, as you exit out of the kitchen, you notice that Betrayal is missing.
Where did you go? I know you're here, Betrayal. Wait, the food's done. Get your ass back down here.
He just teleports. Zzz.
What the fuck did you do?
It took so long, I got bored.
What? Plate.
It's your own fault.
Plate. I mean, fucking plate. It fits.
Son, did you not get me food?
I plated your food as well.
Ah, thank you.
We'll replate some, like, okay, cool.
This might not be enough for me.
He just eats
never going
the
to be
whole
enough.
plate in one bite.
Does he eat the plate too?
Yes.
Eat the plate?
He eats the plate, the napkin, and the utensil that is placed onto it.
And now I just imagine there's a giant bite out of this table.
No, there's not a bite in the table, but there is a missing plate.
There's never enough. I don't have enough.
That was
I don't have enough food.
Jonathan then pushes his plate over towards Gluttony.
No, not
Here you go.
two.
Here you go.
He takes it, eats the whole fucking plate.
A betrayal! Please enlighten me to why you brought everyone else.
You invited us for breakfast.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you invited me.
I definitely didn't. I definitely only asked for you.
You just see the smirk forming.
Yes, you invited all of the sins in.
No, I didn't. No. Okay, what about this, right?
Did you
right?
word it weirdly?
No.
You invited betrayal into your home.
It was a small talk, right? I was going to say some things to you, but now look at what you did.
Oh, darling, don't worry about us. We're just eating. Though you might want to worry about Annihilation. He's staring at you.
Yeah, I know he's staring at me. Annihilation. I know you don't. What would it take for me to give you to get out of servitude? I don't know. That's a very direct question, but
He just gives you a no as he shakes his head back and forth. Doesn't even say anything.
Okay.
You know it could get you out of debt. You know it could get you out of debt with him. He brings out the little golden card. Come on, you know you want it.
I thought you wasn't going to offer it to me.
Oh no, I'm not offering it to you. Johnathan, your arm is slowly your right arm is slowly trying to drag you towards him.
Johnathan stabs his arm another time.
Gonna run out of arms soon.
Stop.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Cool. Yeah, bye. I guess I have to do this conversation myself.
Making me have to leave. Fuck you, greed.
Well, bye-bye, Saleos.
Saleos just flips you off, San, and says good luck.
I kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm not fucking going to die for him.
Them in, let him deal with his own mistakes.
Yeah, anyway, we should probably go see what Hideko and Sho Gi are doing.
They've fucked off far already. We won't even get there in time to catch up with them.
Fair enough. I guess I'm just gonna wait here for San to get done with that then.
Oh, we're gonna
die.
Be a while then.
Yeah.
Just like...
Meanwhile,
I mean,
inside,
I don't really know what to do.
San, Betrayal is just smirking happily, kicking back. He's not even touching his food. He's just looking across with all those many eyes in his wings at you.
You're so funny. Since you left for a moment, do not think for a second. I know you're a piece of shit, so I'm going to figure out if
Don't
you didn't.
worry about it, San.
No, I am.
It's all
I'm
to
going
our
to.
benefit.
No, it's really not. It's not to my benefit.
Your
In
benefit,
fact,
especially.
everyone here, I don't know if everyone here hates each other, but I'll probably just make this bold statement right now. Pride, you have something I want.
Oh, do I?
Oh, you do. You have something I thought disappeared, but I'm not going to make a deal with you. After I'm done with Eunice, you will be next.
If you think you can match me in pride, then you will be very...
Not in pride. Not in pride. Actually, I feel more like Saleos' child than I would do Betrayal with all this anger.
How unfortunate for you. Poor little child, you're going to get absolutely annihilated.
That's what you would think, but I guess Annihilation thinks I'm worthy enough to serve him. And he's
Annihilation found
look
you
over.
as a new little lapdog for him. Serve your role well enough there, and maybe he'll purchase your debt.
No. Even if I got the opportunity, I wouldn't want him to do that. Because
apparition appear behind Pride again.
And then he feels it, and the rage builds up again. Again! Doing that, please. Because I need to be patient. But I'm going to kill you. At some point.
Go on. Do it.
Right now? I mean...
Give it your best shot.
My problem. Are you? How am I supposed to do? And he looks at me. Well, I have to. I have to make a charisma save, right?
No, he's not commanding you. He's just saying you can.
Go on.
He will sit. He will sit there. He's like, I am. Okay, I understand. I'm dumb. compared to everybody here, I'm fucking really dumb. I'm not
you're
all dumb.
just realizing that.
I'm not
your
dumb
envy
enough to
feeds
attack
me a
him
little
here.
bit.
I need to get powerful enough, don't I?
You know, you beating yourself up is quite wonderful.
I'm not beating myself up. I just understand that I'm not. If I can't,
wonderful.
If I can't kill Soleos, then I'm probably not going to be able to kill any one of you yet.
That's exactly the truth, mongrel. You insolent little whelp, thinking you're any match for any of us.
I don't. That's why I said it's going to be in time. It's a promise.
You think
What
you'll
about
ever
that?
grow strong enough to fight me?
Oh, Lord. Sodden just smiles a little bit. Oh, I'll grow plenty of strong. Just you wait.
I'm going to enjoy picking you apart piece by piece.
Well, that's the alchemation. You guys have your food. Now get the fuck out.
Oh, but you invited evil in. Haven't you
Oh, you guys want to really pull this shit right now? You're going to stay here. Then, when everybody comes back, just go say hello.
Well, it would
Is that it?
certainly
Is that what you're doing?
be quite fun. They're far more influenceable than you are at the moment.
If you guys are going to be here all day, I actually want to kill myself, but you know that's not going to happen.
Oh, please don't do that. That would make me so sad.
But please, just I guess. What do I need to get everyone to leave? Because Betrayal is the one who brought you here, and I want you guys to get the fuck out.
Now, why would we leave? This is so fun. It's like a little family reunion.
Rolls his eyes. The fucking fingers on head. And then we'll have to deal with this for the next few hours.
So they're gonna be here for the next few months out of character.
Oh my god. I did after the 50th time. I did not invite them!
You invited
I said
betrayal.
come
That
for a
was your
moment.
first mistake.
You were basically last thing. You were in a fucking pissy mood and didn't want to talk to me. Like, and then I talked to you, talk about basically killing this guy, and you bring everybody.
Do you plan to leave them here, son?
I'm just.
I can't kick them out. What do you want me to do?
What, you
I'm
want to
imagining the most Ben
I'm asking-
Affleck smoking on the like veranda, face, hooking thumbs right and left, just like this fucking guy.
Just like
The most disrespectful conversation happening.
I'm just curious if San's going to leave the house.
I'm not leaving the house.
What, you
think
want
I'm
to leave a bunch of primeval around your home? What could possibly
I'm
go
not
wrong?
leaving Betrayal out my sight for a fucking second. He already did this once and he teleported somewhere. I don't trust that. In fact, he's just going to sit here and be like, God.
He probably did something to Hitoko's shrine.
Crazy.
Yeah, chances are, Ron, that's what San was thinking. It's like, yeah, he definitely had to. But also, it's just going to be hilarious when he's just saying, like, oh, so everyone here wants to eat a prime good power word, I guess. We'll just wait for the fucking numbers to come back.
Meanwhile, in the rest of Obcassio, Mors is heading over to the dojo, Sho Gi is heading towards the Archmage, with Hato and Hitoko in hot pursuit from the air. While
Wait, what's
Johnathan
this
has
one?
slowly realized that San is not coming out of that house for the foreseeable fucking future.
Yep.
Johnathan just gonna head to Guild Embrace. Actually, he's going to head to the marketplace and then head to Guild Embrace.
Oakley dokley. Please move yourselves as according to where you intend to go. And we will.
I'm just buying some potions.
And we will-
That's why I'm going there.
We will start with Shogi.
Hi, Shogi.
Shogi Asura! Woo!
Oh, ye Asura.
Whole
Yeah.
Ashura family.
Double hot guy on high.
Double hot guys on high.
Hell bastard, they're more like.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So, first to arrive are Sho Gi and Amelia, who walk up the stairs together, holding hands and cuddling.
Yes! Sorry, I did a really good job of my swatches.
Very pog, very pog. So, Shogi. As you arrive, you can hear Ostov in the distance talking about, okay, so when we cut open his fucking body, we're not gonna fucking just kill him, right? That's the goal with this? Yes, for the third and final time. Then why are we doing such extensive bullshit? You will find out soon enough, Ostov. Art thou there, Fez?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just looking around. Knock knock. Oh, I brought the candy bag, by the way.
Good, good, very good. Dansweir would be very angry if that was not the case.
God,
Just a
Dansweir would
moment.
be so fucking pissed. It would be hilarious.
I would literally break my vow, and I would just be smited right there.
Yeah.
The door opens as the Archmage stands across from you. Ostov is here. He's able to do the surgery. He thinks.
Oh yeah, love that statement.
Hello, again.
So, you fucked up spectacularly, is what I'm hearing.
It wasn't my choice.
So you fucked up spectacularly, is what I'm hearing.
Nawi, come here. I
Fucking
got a
bolts
present for
over
you,
to
boy.
you like a little red streak across the ground.
I give him the whole like candy basket and just kind of like, a deal's a deal.
You know I told him no sweets, right?
What? Oh, that's news to me.
He takes the sweets and just bolts outside.
Oh, I am so sorry. It's a shame that he got away. Oh fuck! No, that's in two. No,
He's
that's in four.
just dumb enough to make it work though sometimes.
You know, I would believe you, but I don't at all. And you were literally there.
Yeah. Well, too bad. You can't do anything about it now.
She squints at you.
Anyways, surgery, Ostov.
Yeah,
You wanna-
we'll get to it in a
you-
minute. Okay, sit the fuck down. He motions to the chairs across from him. So, you're a fucking pain in my ass. I had to get all this shit together over the course of the fucking night. So let's make this easy. You are going to be unconscious for the entire procedure. And if you wake up, I'm pretty sure you're just fucking dead.
Amelia, are you actually able to help with anything?
I understand the hypothetical theory of how to do things, not the practical manifestation of these things.
He'll probably be the practical part, as long as you know the procedure.
He should know the procedure. He's done other crazy
Oh.
shit like this.
Glancing across. You know, I get the feeling that she's not what she appears to be, so what the fuck is she?
She's my partner.
Bullshit. Tell me how it is straight.
I'm a demiurge.
Got it. That means she's your little fucking partner. Got it. Great. So somebody who literally has some of the most important knowledge in the fucking multiverse. is literally being infested by the vile tree of knowledge. This can only go so fucking poorly.
I just recently met up with her again, and now, before the big knowledge is dumped, we need this out. So any universal information is safe for now.
No fucking duh. You want to give the tree that holds knowledge and wants to consume everything fucking knowledge about all the bullshit that goes on around.
And also, the payment. Have you told him, Archmage?
Yes, but that pertains to me. Ostov wants to negotiate separately.
What is it?
I want her to confirm or deny some of my theories.
3 at max.
Alright, let's start. How does magic work? If I'm right, it works in a sense of manifestation of will. In that, the ideas that we create and the magical languages that we use are all sourced from something else. And that is what true magic is. Yes or no? Technically correct? Close-y fucking enough. Alright, second theory. Alchemy. It's literally just magic, right? Yep. Alrighty then, alrighty. So this is working exactly as I need. So if I find a dumbass, I can make them make just about fucking anything if they've got the magical potential for it. This is gonna be a good month for Ostov Incorporated. And last one, I'm gonna wait until after the surgery to ask.
Look at F, honey.
Okay. You ready?
I've been ready since I was fucking born. He gets out of his wheelchair, beginning to walk kind of normally. He's got his cane in hand, but doesn't really look like he needs it at the moment.
Wait, you don't walk with your wheelchair? Question mark?
It's an aesthetic. And also, yes, I do sometimes need it, but right now I do not because I'm kind of high off my ass on life root.
I thought you were like a knowledge boner or something.
Gods no! Also, I need it to carry the hefty weight of my actual weapon. He points the fucking thing, like, loaded onto the back of it. That's the main reason I use it. That and my bad knee. But
Gotcha.
I'm kind of, high off my ass at the moment on life root, which is the only way I'm getting through this surgery sane. And you'll be high off your ass on it too soon.
Well, whoever wants to join is more than welcome to.
They don't
All
need
hands
to.
are... No? Not...
As he gets to here, he motions you towards the center and pulls out a stick.
I guess this is kind of coincidental where I got the roots and now I'm removing them.
Just go to sleep. Bonk! Unconscious instantly. Now we can get to actual fucking work. Okie dokie, Ostov, let's see what you got on you.
Yeah, the sleep stick.
The sleep
God, I love my
bomb.
mentor. He's practical.
Magic item. Best
Like
magic item.
root.
Do. Meanwhile, outside, Superman Hotto landing. You can open your eyes now.
Yeah, figured when I felt grass. Let's go. Yep.
Still
I
need
got
a
them.
support.
Just until we get inside, please.
Also, you notice in the corner that there's a little Niwi currently going through an entire basket's worth of sweets and meat. Just chowing the fuck down. Tail, like, floating in the air above him, going back and forth. Wings half spread.
She ignores that and strides in, and then as they get about here, she actually, like, pushes him back behind her as she continues forward on her own, but, like, it's more just to stop him in his place.
You okay?
She's just gonna continue on in.
Are we allowed in? Yeah, Ostov said he didn't need anyone else, but... you know how he is. Fair. Hato will begin running to catch up with you. Hitako, as you get to about here, you see that Ostov is currently mid-procedure and derooting Shogi's entire right arm. Using a absurd amount of life root just to keep the wounds from becoming lethal. Ah, shit, you're finally here. Well, I didn't need any help, but I'll take it if you're willing to offer.
She shakes her head. I can't. The world's spinning as it is.
Ah, no problem.
She's just gonna stand there, arms crossed, and just, like, staring directly at what he's doing, watching every second of it.
So, Hitako, as you see Ostov just pulling these things out, this looks exactly like the same glowing shit from your dreams of catastrophe. It is uncanny how down to the literal glow and every little bit of it that it matches. It's kind of scary to think that this thing's been right next to you this whole time.
The question that I had earlier was if the tree was going to be the, pardon the pun, root cause of the disasters. And I think you had me roll for it and I failed. Can I roll again?
Yes,
to see
roll
if
an
I
intelligence check.
understand that? Okay, and there's that disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Hey.
Hitako, as you start to see more and more of this getting pulled out of Shogi, and I need to make another medicine check. Ostov gets up to about the shoulder and starts having a really tough time because it's heavily wrapped around Shogi's, like, rib cage. But the longer you look at this stuff and its glow, it almost seems to try and move out of where Ostov has been containing it, making sure to keep the lid closed whenever he's not actively putting something into it. Your stomach kind of just starts to sink lower and lower and lower. And it almost hits you like a truck. As you kind of just phase out for a moment. You are drawn far, far away, far beyond the planets and the normative planes, through a dark pearl somewhere in a place that you really can't understand. And eventually you find yourself surrounded by nothing but stars, baleful and glowing far, far away from you. And you feel like you're being carried on the air. And as you look down, I'm going to DM you something, and this is what you will be seeing.
Yay!
Where are
There you go.
Where are you?
Ain't family a bitch, son.
Not there.
Paid.
Paid.
Where is it? It's supposed to fucking... Where the fuck is it?
So I guess does Hitako literally, like, pass out again?
You don't quite pass out, but pretty damn close.
Okay.
Where the fuck is it? I know it's here somewhere. There you are. There you are, you beautiful, beautiful thing.
Okay.
Okay, should be there in a moment. You see this. Glowing. And it's just flying through the dark. Ever towards a far-off little mote of mixed lights.
And I'm being carried by this thing?
You are currently on its left wing. It doesn't appear to have noticed you at all. But its feathers are just flowing off of it, sinking into the endless nothing below.
Do I get the feeling I know what this is?
Roll a religion check.
Poggers.
You're kind of just completely exhausted at the moment. You're not quite sure. But slowly, surely, something begins to percolate in your mind. The raven. The midnight raven. That which is let out the cage each night. So quoth the raven. It doth fly in the darkest of nights, leaving a trail of spectres wherever its flight leads it. A monster simply by existing causes great threat to all around it.
So, I'm basically getting the feeling that this is it. This is what I'm looking for.
You don't feel like this is exactly what you're looking for, but you feel like it's close.
One of many, or
one of many, but certainly you don't feel a threat from this. As you glance out to the other stars, however, one in particular catches your eye, with several long streaks of the same color, the same magenta red that you've seen glowing countless times in other things associated with the tree, flying towards the same destination as this bird is, endlessly floating through the void until it meets where it can be let loose of the cage.
Okay. She's concerned about running into the tree, and as well about alerting this thing, so she's going to focus on going home.
As you begin to focus on heading home, roll me a Arcana check.
Oh dear.
Quickly.
Okay. Oh wow.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Like the highest Arcana check I've ever rolled.
As you begin traveling back, almost like a streak of light, one of your tails seems to guide you ever forward, back to where you belong. Water sheds as you pass through planar barriers. Light streaks through existence itself, piercing the veils. And eventually, like a bolt of lightning, you arrive back to where you were, now fully aware of where you stand again. As Ostov is about halfway through Shogi's chest cavity in clearing out all of those many problems.
Jeez, there's so fucking much of it. This is extensive as hell.
That's already an advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say, could I give him advantage? But
Triple advantage.
could I give him triple advantage?
No, unfortunately not.
Heck. Bad DM. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
As Ostov is just ripping loose a massive piece of root. Man, this would be a real fucking problem if I didn't have these fucking gloves on. Shit's even trying to dig through them. Throws it into the bucket, seals the lid off again. Shogi, roll a Constitution save.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit.
That is sufficient. As Ostov continues to cut through all of this shit. Basically flaying Shogi alive, after taking out all of the root that he can find, both magically and not. He then throws a bunch of life root onto it, powdered, basically reseals where it was, and continues cutting on to the next strip, piece by piece. No scars seem to really be forming, but Ostov is going really slowly. Looks like he's having a difficult time. So fucking much of this shit. How long has he been infested?
If I only had one exhaustion, I'd still have disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can also just give him the help action, I believe.
He's
But that
already
just
has
has
advantage.
Oh.
I can give him guidance.
That is true.
Okay. Is guidance a touch spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Guidance good, but if you could have heat, you could also have Hato help, or if he had one.
You could cast Blessed.
Blessed doesn't
not
affect
Blessed, it's
skill
guidance.
checks.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Hizuko's gonna walk up and just carefully walk around the table, then rest her hand on Ostov and cast guidance on him.
Oh, thank you very much. As he continues to just try to get through so much of it, you begin to notice that there's just such an asinine amount of root that the time it takes to cut through some of it, especially as hard as the material is, this is just like multiple minutes just to get small little bits out of it. As Ostov begins more expertly just kind of goes up Shogi's neck, past his ears, up around his head, under the jaw, nose, round the eyes, pulls something out from behind the eye. And he's just throwing life fruit onto Shogi constantly as he works his way back down, flips Shogi over, goes down his back, gets most of his upper body done, and then hits about the waistline. Jesus fucking Christ, there's so fucking much. You notice now that this bucket is nearly full. I wasn't expecting this fucking much. Hato, go get another fucking bucket. Make sure it's hermetically sealed. Where would I get one of those? You're in the fucking Archmage's lab. Find one.
Hizuko's resisting a giggle.
After a few moments, Hato comes back with what he thinks is the right kind of bucket. Like this. Ostov glances it over. Good enough. Boop.
When Hizuko is not having to give constant guidance to Ostov, she's going to braid Shogi's hair.
Nodders. As you are braiding Shogi's hair, roll me a perception check.
Oh, good. Gonna find more fucking roots in his hair.
You notice that there's a single strand of hair running very long. That's an off color compared to the rest. A little more purpley.
Is it like the tree?
Yeah, looks like a root. As you follow it down, though, you see a little
God.
pink bud at the end of it, slowly beginning to bloom.
So I'm guessing it goes into his head and like down his neck.
You have no clue. You just know it looks like a piece of hair and it follows all the way down to the end of his very long ponytail. And it is blooming, slowly.
She is going to take off his hairpiece and move his hair aside so that she can see the root better.
As you start moving it apart, Ostov notices this. And just as he looks like he's about to say something, roll a dexterity save.
Oh shit!
Thankfully, you don't have disadvantage on this.
Oh, I don't have disadvantage? Okay, so then it's
Yeah.
16.
Saving throws are,
Or no, it is 13, because that's the first one I rolled.
saving throws are exhaustion for you to discover.
Mitsuko, you on reflex dart back away from Shogi's head as that strand reaches out trying to grasp you, and Ostov just cleaves it through and grabs it by the root and starts just yanking it out. And slowly but surely, like, 5 feet of it just come spiraling out of Shogi as he gathers it all up before it can really move again and throws it in the next bucket. And that is why we do not fuck around with things and we call them out immediately.
Hitsuko's gonna make sure the lid is closed tight.
If you see another one, get the fuck away from it and tell me where it is.
Will do.
He's going to continue on and on and on, trying to just get as much of it out as physically possible.
She's going to look through Shogi's hair, because fuck this guy, she's going to mess with his hair. And she's going to be watching and making sure there's not another one.
Make another perception check.
Oh dear.
You don't seem to notice any. As Ostov is just, like, slowly moving down Shogi's legs and has gotten a just disgusting amount of this stuff out. He's down to both kneecaps at this point and moving further down, not really paying attention to anything above. I would
Do you
love...
see the monster?
What did he say?
Do you see the monster?
No. What did Ostov say?
I would love to know where the fuck he got infected by. Because if I had to guess, it's probably his fucking feet.
I think he's only been infected a month.
Jesus fucking Christ,
Less
how does he
than
still
that.
have his own consciousness at this point?
Less than that. It's been like a week or two.
She's very tired. No,
3 weeks.
no, he had it when we were down at Harnox.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah, and we stayed in Harnox for 2 weeks.
Oh shit, we did.
And he had it before we went into the dungeon.
Whoa. We stayed in Harnox for a week. I don't think 2 weeks.
We stayed in Harnox for a week.
Oh, well, it took us a week to get down there, a week to stay, a week to get back up.
Ostov continues
Took us a
working his
day to
way
get down there.
until
Me too.
finally he's at the feet. Yep, I was fucking right. It was his fucking feet. Look at his fucking heels right now. Ostov just kind of pulls his shoes off and to the side. See those little tiny black dots on the bottom of his foot at his heel?
He's gonna actually stay to the side as she looks at this. She learned some lessons.
That is where he got fucking infected. He must have been standing right on the fucking thing. What was that?
She's the thing, huh? Confusion.
He continues.
Because she doesn't know
down.
much about the tree. She just knows to stay away from it.
He just continues down until finally he gets to the end of the foot. Holy shit, this is... Shogi, roll a con save.
Sufficient?
Wow.
Ostov finishes out finally untangling the mess that was in your feet and tears it all out down to the very ends of your toes, and then just basically takes life root, puts it in with a shit ton of water, and forces your feet down into a life root bath, which instantly begins regenerating all of the trauma and damage that was caused by Ostov doing this, as he throws the last little bit of it into the fucking bin and seals it. Holy fucking shit. I'm surprised he's fucking alive at this point.
Hitako wants to look over Shogi and just, as much as she can, double check Ostov's work just visually.
Roll a medicine check.
Okie dokie. Old habits die hard.
Looks pretty good to you. There's not any significant scarring. You can't even see where he cut in. There's no real dark points left on Shogi. You notice, actually, that his, when you've looked at Shogi relatively recently, you've noticed that sometimes under his skin you just see these little dark things. They're just all completely gone. Must have been the roots.
Okay.
You continue to check over him. Doesn't look like anything. As best you can tell, at least.
I'm exhausted, keep in mind, but he looks good.
Fucking better. I don't know if I can keep going with this shit. Jeez. Ostov looks him over.
I'll monitor him at home.
If he shows
As much
signs
as
of
I can.
reinfection, we need to deal with it immediately.
Right, I'll strap him down, hit him over the head, and just remove it at home. She's being sarcastic.
One moment. Ostov speaks sarcasm, but he's not sure if you're being sarcastic here or not.
Do you want me to make a deception check?
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's basically what he just told you to do.
Oh, dear. Yes, good.
Ah, sarcasm, my favorite way to talk to people. Anyhow, he pulls out a second bonk stick. For medical purposes only, and hands it to you.
He just gives a short chuckle and nods.
So, the bonk stick will put any singular willing target to sleep if you bonk them with it. They must be willing. If they are not willing, they get it is essentially like casting the sleep spell at the 3rd level.
Bird?
Yep, 3rd level.
Damn.
Yeah.
All of our nightmares of bad sleep is it's solved.
It does not solve nightmares.
I can't fall asleep. Okay, let's go back to your room.
Bonk.
How many hit points do you have?
How many hit points? Do you mind having a concussion?
Otherwise, it
willing, I
acts
guess
like a
we'll give it
mace.
check. Oh, good.
Sorry, one moment.
Wait. If you were to use it as a mace and you hit somebody with it, does it do the sleep thing still?
It does not, unfortunately.
Willing creature.
Okay.
They have to be willing.
It's a
If
special
they aren't
action
willing,
to
it
put
tries,
to sleep.
but
Okay.
if they're not willing, it will only work once per day.
Okay. So it's like a special thing.
It's a
Yes.
fucking actual special stick that puts people the fuck to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ostov's
What
box sticks.
a powerful weapon that Ostov has bestowed you to go. A way to turn off
Per
anybody.
day.
Fucking knocks just like John.
Patented by Ostov Incorporated, and that is written along the side of it.
Ostov Incorporated. Yo, it should say LLC for safety.
You think anybody could sue Ostov? He can call a devil to be his lawyer.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's now liable for anything Ostov Incorporated could be doing. Now, he could just not do anything illegal and be fine, but still.
Nothing provably illegal.
Or
The
provably
Divals are literally
malicious.
the Divals as an organization literally commit religious hate crimes.
And get away with it, too.
Because they're the fucking
To be fair,
Divals.
the god they're targeting is straight up fucking evil, but still.
Jersey, would he notice a specific?
Oh yeah, he would notice. He just wouldn't give a shit. It's Ostov.
Okay. Okay.
Ostov is a bit more lenient, I would say.
And how would I be feeling after surgery?
We'll get to that in a second.
I am back.
Welcome back. Perfect timing. So, as you are handed the bonk stick, and all of the terrifying power that comes with it, and the legal liabilities that Ostov may or may not be responsible for,
It's effective.
Sho Gi slowly kind of begins to stir. So you want to test how the bonk stick works?
No, no, thank you.
He's gonna be sore.
Well, yeah.
Damn. Would have been funny.
I've adopted him as a brother, so not really.
Sho Gi, roll an intelligence check really quickly. You are looking at a very, very nice stone ceiling. There's a Hitako looking over you, talking past you across, and there's a scary man over to your left. Or your right, rather.
Hitako.
Shogi.
You're kind of quiet, Rowan. Hold on.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, my mic keeps falling.
Hey, Shogi. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You feel sore as a motherfucker.
It hurts, but great.
Well, that's what happens when you get flayed alive to have an evil god removed from you.
The price for knowledge. Am I good to go to the auction?
Once you get your speech back, yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Small chance he's paralyzed waist down. We'll find that out in a moment, though. Get up! Ostov just grabs you, sits you up, and tells you to get the fuck off the table.
She just face palms. Oh god, stop, no!
I bring my chair for a reason.
Hitako, helps him get dressed again.
Come on. Up.
I feel so embarrassed. You see me.
We're fucking doctors. Get over yourself. You're nothing
Yeah.
that bad.
Acutely aware of. Awkward. Anyway. God,
we
this is
need
like
a-
having to kiss somebody else on stage and you're dating somebody in the
Get up.
Slowly tries to get up.
As you get up, roll a Constitution saving throw. Your legs are working just fine. Your brain, on the other hand, still a little lagging behind.
I just kind of like stand up and try to like help or like allow Hitako to like lay out the clothes or like help me put on the clothes.
Yeah, she's gonna help you put them on. She's also gonna be like running standard tests to make sure that he can feel everything. Like occasionally she'll pinch something.
Ow, why are you pinching me like that?
I'm making sure you're not paralyzed. In any sense of the word.
Oh, hey, Hato.
Hato doesn't even fucking blink. So, we're gonna need to fly back down.
Well, yes, I don't live up here.
Yeah, but I mean, is he going to be able to, like, move at all?
Well, time will tell. You have to be patient.
I can stand.
Well, if it helps, I can loan him my wheelchair once I detach my weapon from it.
Walk to me, Shogi.
And as you take a step forward, she's just gonna keep taking steps back.
Just in case, can I have that cane knocked off?
No, get your own.
I've got you.
He tries to like take a step and then like another.
I'm assuming since he got a 19 in his constitution, he's good to go.
Yep, he seems to be fine, though he is still mentally lagging behind a little bit.
She eventually stops you.
Yep, you'll be good to go once your brain fog clears.
Okay.
So she's gonna take your hand and help guide you out.
Just be careful. Amelia is kind of the possessive type.
Well, she's gonna have to get over it because I'm a doctor.
Okay.
Speaking of, what did Ostov say to do with points towards the two bins?
I'll have to ask him.
He said nothing.
Good.
Hato's just going to
Stay with it, please.
He's a step ahead of you.
Yeah.
He's like leaning far off the table and just glaring at it with a bunch of stars floating around him at the ready. Oh, perfect timing. Here, have my chair. He kicks it towards Sho Gi. Not very slowly either.
Hitako's gonna catch it and give him a death glare.
Ah, that's my apprentice. Good reflexes. Always protect the patient.
And what did you want to do with the stuff we ripped out of him?
Oh, that? I don't know, I'll fucking use it as research materials or something.
So, take it to your lab.
I'll have the bird do it. It can't get infested with that shit, it's already too fucking crazy.
Alright.
I'm kind of sad I can't make a trophy out of it.
If you tried...
Slow turn to Shogi.
Oh, so you want to get reinfested, huh? Want to go through this again?
No.
Sweetheart, you are the trophy.
Oh. Blushes. Thank you.
That wasn't a flirt. That's not good.
Oh. The brain fog is just kind of like affecting his emotions. He's not really understanding everything clearly for the saying.
Would you like to use the wheelchair?
I'm fine. I just, trying to get used to everything.
She's gonna try to shove it back towards Ostov.
As you shove it back towards Ostov, the moment it's within range, he immediately takes his little potion grenade launcher, slots it right back in, and in one smooth motion, as the chair is flipping around, carried by its momentum, he sits down into it and starts rolling. Off I go, then.
Pain. Thought she should have done that. That was on her.
Amelia, would you like to take over from me?
Yep, I got it. She rushes over. Okie dokie, let's do a full body scan. And she will kind of like grab him and take him off to the side.
She'll nod to the Archmage since she didn't greet her before, and go back in to update Hato.
Hato's just staring at it.
He's going to have the crow bring it back to his lab.
And what about in the meantime?
I don't know, which is why I'm here.
Is he alright?
Sho Gi? Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Good. Hato looks like he wants to lean on the table, but is kind of like sussed out by it, because he doesn't know if there's any of that particulate left on it. I'm gonna burn the table really quickly.
Burn.
I think that should clear it, right?
I have no idea.
Under normal circumstances, yes.
After a few moments, you see small little purple spots on it just ignite and disappear within seconds thereafter.
Okay, so does it look clean to me?
Looks spick and span.
Well, I watched purple things burn, so I think it's good.
Still sus.
She gives him the I have no idea, dude face.
Still sussed out.
Just stand.
Leans on it. Well, I don't feel anything piercing my skin, so probably fine.
If the particulates were that small, no, you wouldn't feel them pierce your skin. But I'm not going to tell him that.
Knows molecular physics.
You notice that all of the bits in here are getting agitated. Though they can't seem to get out. Are we sure he didn't tell us to burn them?
I'm positive. She's going to keep watching from a bit farther back.
Hato just kind of comes to join you. And also let you lean into him a little bit if you want to.
She's doing okay. She's doing okay. Kind of wishing she had the shield spell at the moment, but...
So,
Wait,
are we
does she
gonna
not?
go to Sho Gi's, what was it, the auction, I believe, right?
I'll go for a little bit, but not for very long.
Okie dokie. He hugs you.
She smiles and leans into him this time.
Meanwhile...
Ba-da-da-da. Alrighty. Are you ready?
Is the scan complete?
No, silly, I haven't begun. Now take your shirt off.
Oh,
Damn, bitch!
I kind of need help. I needed help putting it back on.
In literally, like, one swift motion, she de-buttons your shirt, pulls it off, and pulls off your undershirt, leaving it to neatly fold behind her, midair.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. She starts scanning over you as her eyes are, like, glowing.
Good. 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 Good.
Starts moving up your neck.
Good. Good. Good.
Moves through your entire ponytail.
Good.
Goes back down, continuing to scan.
Very good so far. Nothing in the upper body. By the way, do you know where you got infected by?
I personally don't.
Then she stops at your waistline.
You can take it off. It's
Do you need
something like you
anything?
probably haven't seen it already.
Did you need anything for modesty?
I probably wouldn't even remember this anyways. I'm so little out of it from surgery.
She blinks. Okie dokie. Blushing. Good. Her eyes kind of go wide for a moment.
Good. 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 Wow, your feet really got fucked up. Still good though. Toes are good.
Then she kind of like goes around.
Good.
Then she throws your shirt into the air and your outer shirt, and it just seems to almost land on you with perfect timing. Then she kind of like points a finger and your pants fly back up to where they're supposed to be.
Alright, I think you're safe.
Did you check my feet?
Yes, I did. You're good at least down to your toes, I think.
Double check. You're never safer than
She pulls
getting
off
that
her shoes.
120%.
Alright. Let's see how well she's gonna do.
That's a nat 20.
No, that's the addition.
Oh, never mind. I'm blind.
She rolled an 11.
Alrighty,
Big bonus.
I think you're good to go.
Okay. If you said I'm good, then you say I'm good. I'm gonna need some help walking for a bit, if you don't mind. And
She
we need
immediately
to-
clings to your arm. No questions asked.
No problem. I'm
Yeah.
here to help.
Let's visit the Archmage and start heading to the the the
Auction?
the auction.
She pats you on the head.
Don't worry, that mind cloud will, go away soon enough.
Oh, okay.
Just don't wander into the Dream Lord's church, otherwise you're going to have a very, very bad dream.
Oh, I still have this shard.
Do you show her the shirt?
No. No, I don't.
Blink.
What shard? Do I need to know about something?
Do you, should I just, tell you everything about all the shit I have?
We'll get to that later. Right now we need to get to the auction, because it is in
And she, almost computes.
30 minutes.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
you really have a loaded schedule today, in the worst ways possible. Now let's get moving.
Is there anything the Archmage has to say to him?
10 questions. We'll deal with this later. I will be at your auction today.
Much appreciated. Hopefully the brain fog wears up by then.
You had better hope. Also,
See
when
ya.
you find the little fat dragon that has just gained 20 pounds, send him back here.
Will do.
The
Walks
second you step out
outside.
the door.
It's like the squirrel that got found in the pizza box, and it's just like, take me, for I have already won.
Oh no, that's a possum.
Oh, it's a possum?
Yes, not an opossum like here in the US. That's an actual Aussie possum.
Ugh.
They're adorable
That's nice.
little things. They're also
Yeah.
infiltrators.
Aussie possums look cute.
They are cute.
They
They're
are cute.
nothing like the ones that we have here.
They're cute,
Yeah, it's
but
one
they're
of the
also
few
demons.
things that Australia and US have backwards.
Don Swear is just pigged out with a big belly, sitting right over here in the corner. Slowly glances over to you. Gives you a claw up.
I kind of just like point him back inside, and then like a thumbs up.
He
And
begins.
then,
He begins to roll himself, like he's using fucking rollout.
Oh no, butts.
He jumps up the fucking stairs and rolls through like fucking Sonic.
and start heading to the auction.
Oakley dokley. And as Don Swear is barreling towards Hitako and Hato, that is where we will wrap up the session for the night, guys.
Clap,
Clap, clap, clap, clap.
Right on time.
clap,
Oh goodness.
waggies.
Thank you all for watching, and remember, give your Prime subscription to the Based and Poggers, Row in the Hollow Rose. It's free.
Twitch Prime.
Twitch Prime! Subscribe with Twitch Prime. It's very beneficial to the creator that you're watching currently. And if you
Oh,
don't,
really?
we will fucking... We
Break
will
your
do
kneecaps.
nothing because...
We will
we cannot
continue
do
making
threats because
content.
we might
Break
be
your
legally
kneecaps.
held responsible if anything bad happens to them. It's great.
We will continue making content whether you sub or not. It's just helpful.
Shogi unfucked a tree.
Shogi
Shogi
has
has
been
finally
rehymenated.
unfucked the tree. Now Johnathan needs to be rehymenated too.
We also
remember-
don't know if fully that Hato has fucked a tree or not.
And remember, if you have an Amazon Prime account, link it to your Twitch account, and you can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free to the Based and the Poggers. Oh, come on, you gotta.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Give us money!
No.
Give Rowan money. She's based.
Good job,
That
Tom.
was like the last. I ended it on that on purpose.